Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels or microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain, but unexplained without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Fire and smoke in the building. Oh, it's gonna be crazy today. We're in the middle of retrograde. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest podcast. Podcraft, let's do it right. The podcraft where we lift off and we take off into dimensions in the stellar, and we come back and we bring solutions to the day's problems, questions, and answers. I am your host, Killah Priest, the Iron Sheik from the Middle East. I'm almost there, so prepare, say peace. And running the rocket is none other than AD, A Dizzle.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's going to be wild. Let's go. You already know.
Yeah, let's give shout-outs to the moderators that's in the building. The craftsmen and the rocketeers are in the building. Shout out and thank you for Jody Southworth is getting saying that, yep. And moderator number one, Coach Kandaka with the screwdriver. It was a wrench, right?
Yeah, the wrench.
Throw you a wrench. Let me throw you a wrench. Yo, word. Voltage in the building. I see you, Voltage. Boom. He said he microdoses some shrooms in this AM, but I'm still feeling it. Hey.
Yo, microdosing is the way to go, though.
Hey.
That's the way to do
Talk to us about that, AD. What you know about that?
You got to go little by little. It's all about dosage.
Uh-huh.
That's the secret. Go little by little. Even with cannabis, a little bit of sativa goes a long way.
Do you collect the information? When the information comes through the universe, through the mushroom, little bit of information.
Mushroom's good. You're getting a little bit of DMT coming out when you do the mushroom thing. If you do too much, I mean, if you do like a half an eighth with some orange juice and some chocolate, you go through a transitional period to where you kind of leave this reality and you start to shroom, so to speak. It's a little uncomfortable. So you go through this uncomfortable feeling. I'm talking about like full-on dosage. You go through an uncomfortable feeling, and then once you pass that uncomfortable feeling, you're officially shrooming, and you feel nothing but happiness and goodness, clarity. It's amazing. It's a great feeling. Do you know what I'm saying?
Maybe
the uncomfortable transition is what's tough for most people.
I think yeah, you're right about that. But we have to learn to understand change. Maybe the norm, what we think is the norm, changing over. Like a lot of people think that, when you take vitamins and you start sweating and things like that, that's actually your body helping the vitamins taking the toxic out.
Yeah.
Morpheus said, you're using your eyes for the first time. Remember? He said, it's bright. So I guess when you microdose, you started using muscles and spiritual muscles.
There you go.
This is all language from the universe.
Yeah. It's kind of a smarter way to go. I suggest everyone at least try doing a nice dose at first. You got to get through your first, like, I would say a half-eighth of shrooms, some stems and caps, just to get through it and experience it. And then experimenting with microdosing is great, especially if you're trying to be productive, get things done throughout the day. But it's amazing the small epiphanies and sense of clarity that you will get from that, I love talking about that type of stuff. But there's a lot of people that go more hardcore with the ayahuasca and the actual DMT and stuff like that. I haven't gotten that far yet because shrooms alone has been such an amazing experience itself. I can't even imagine even going even deeper, but maybe one day.
Right. No, well, we dive into the micro world, come back and bring it back to the macro world.
You already got some super chats.
Hey, let's read them real quick because I saw one real quick that said something dope. He said, I remember it he said that mushrooms dissolve the ego.
Yeah. That's true.
Walking through, it's the song, I did it over, right? Walking through the park. It's like one of the most beautiful songs in the world by Roberta Flack. Walking through the park, seeing winter turn to spring. Hold up. Walking through the park, seeing lovers do their thing. That's the time. I feel like making love to you. You know, when you just walk through the park, sometimes you could just feel the spring, and it kind of like, it's like antennas, the trees. You can see them like antennas. Like, it could be technical, but it could be just nature itself. Nature has its own way of having a spiritual awakening, because we are experiencing this on a big cosmic, you know what I mean? That's how I have to say it. We're on a cosmic rock, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So experiencing this with these technical things that's coming out, which is trees, you know, they've been here. It's the planet.
Yeah.
It kind of like dissolves frustration, and it helps you out. Like if you ever walk through the park, or the further you go into the forest, you kind of like feel this euphoric feeling anyway, because the pheromones are just running through the air. I mean, the wind helps the pollen goes through. The bees understand it. They understand it's a whole micro world that's crazy, and things that you don't see. The pollen is going through. The pheromones are coming out, and they sense the shape and color. I think it's just a shape of certain plants of where to land. You know what I'm saying? And these certain plants, they know it, so they just open up sexual organ right away, and they pull in the bee. The bee takes the
pollen.
Yes, and its reward is beautiful nectar. And then you have the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Which are masters of the forest. Little cats with caps on. Some of them have them to the side.
Yeah.
Me and Voltage was talking about, you know, we keep going through this, and I'll let you take this AD a little bit. The Smurfs.
Yeah.
The little blue creatures that lived inside of the shrooms. Magic wonders that was showing us. What's your take on that? We were saying it.
I mean, I know that the psilocybin, if you look at a magic mushroom, you see a blue streak. You'll see blue within it. So that blue streak is the psilocybin, the active ingredient, which, you know, kind of helps to release the dimethyltryptamine in the brain, right? So some would say that the blue Smurfs represents the blue psilocybin from the magic mushrooms. Some would say the same about Krishna. The Krishna was all blue. They spoke a lot in the day about topicals. So they used to brew topicals back in the day. Remember the old way of the witch? The witches would like have a cauldron, and they'd be making something. They're making their topical. So that they put that topical on their skin. That's why their witches were green,
right?
Because they were making a green topical that their body would eat to keep them constantly in this, I don't know, high state.
Right.
That's why they, you know what I mean? And they would act. I can go a little deep on that.
No, go ahead.
They would sit on a broomstick.
I'm ready to go deep.
They would sit on a broomstick so that they can, because the vaginal area was able to absorb the topical through that area, so they would be flying on a broomstick. That's where we get witches flying on a broom. They were just high as hell,
right?
But they're flying on that broomstick, taking it all that in. So that's the power of topicals. But with
you said something real quick. Vaginal what?
Yeah, the witches would sit on a broomstick. That's where you get that.
Okay.
They wouldn't actually fly in the air, no, but they would be sitting on a broomstick to take in that topical through that area. So they would be brewing all of that. So the same way they would brew topicals, not necessarily using psilocybin, but they would be making brews with herbs and stuff like that, put it on their skin, and they would be able to absorb. That's why we got to be careful what we put on our skin. They'd be able to absorb all that stuff. So some would say that would be a way of enlightenment. They would cover their whole face with that topical, and their body would be constantly getting fed. You know, and some people are going in. The chat room knows more than I do. A sasai wood, it's all in there. Anyway, yeah, the power of topicals. Nowadays, the best topical I would say would be CBD oil, but that's another topic. But back to the mushrooms. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Some, I have to say it like this. Some say that the blue represents the psilocybin of the magic mushrooms, and then that goes on into, you know, Super Mario Brothers. He eats the mushroom, he gets big, you know, he feels bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, Super Mario is like all the drugs, right?
Oh well. Oh yeah. You said Super Mario. Yeah, exactly. They funny. They were moving mushrooms for a minute, throwing the mushrooms, and I forgot. Yeah.
And the star would be like cocaine.
Yeah.
And the leaf would
Mario Brothers.
The leaf would be weed.
Yeah.
That's why he takes the leaf and starts flying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Mario, but I was at Luigi and Mario. They moved a lot of mushrooms through the.
There's a lot of mushrooms in that game.
Yeah, exactly. Going through tunnels and portals and stuff like that. They're dealing with that.
Damn, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, go.
We can go deeper.
No, let's go deep. Look up Roman hats. Roman hats.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah, what was it? What was it called? It was the Roman hat, Smurf Roman hat. You know the hat. Yeah, because they wore these crazy looking hats. So everything about that was magical.
True.
And then Rome, yeah, there you go. Boom. So what's the name of it? Yeah, there you go. No, the statue to the edge. Yeah. Well, there's one. So these hats, yeah.
They're like
Man,
nightcaps.
Yeah, but they were called something. Let's see not the cartoons, but if you go to the definition.
Hey, look at her.
Yeah. Like Gilgamesh. What was his name? Gargamel? I said Gilgamesh. That's funny. Or rose shrooms from the state to state. Yeah, they were getting it on, man. I mean, you thought those two cats was in there. One live. You know, it is retrograde, so let me.
Technically, the retrograde ends tomorrow. And then we
Finally, right?
Well, we have a shadow period until the end of the month, but technically the retrograde is supposed to end tomorrow. I'm already feeling some clarity. Venus went direct a couple days ago.
Right.
So we should be feeling more forward motion as far as relationships and finances.
Yeah.
According to the astrologers.
Right. Have you put it? So we left what's the name of that cat? So they wore that, and it's all these ancient rituals, right? Because we're watching this on the Saturday, right? And the Saturday is known as the Shabbat, the Hebrew. That's supposed to be the high holy day. And what is it? Islam? Is it?
Holidays?
Yeah. What? No. The Friday. What's the Friday? Juma. Yeah. So there we go. Right there, AD. So somebody said psychedelic. No, I thought I saw it. The Jody got it.
Dude, Jody got knowledge, yo.
How you pronounce? What's that? Farragut? Is it Farragut?
Phrygian? Phrygian?
Yeah. It's the Phrygian cap of liberty.
The friggin' cap of liberty.
Yeah. But look, we little children. Looking at this stuff by these wizards who made these cartoons and stuff, and then they tell you about these little animals. I'm not gonna go too deep in there. I was about to go somewhere with that. Woody Woodpecker was a fish. Remember Woody Woodpecker? Yo, Woody Woodpecker would peck the hell out of those. Who was it? He was pecking somebody in the head. One of them, I'll say, he pecked them all the way down, almost into the floor. Bugs Bunny. I saw Bugs Bunny take a piano, yo, pull the whole thing back and hit. I think it was Sammy Sam. One of them hit them in the head with a. It's funny. It was, but he hit him in the head, yo, and the way they have it, Tom J. He would make you violent.
Bugs Bunny was taken from African, West African.
Yep. The West African. Bugs Bunny. Well, you know, you can't find no bunnies if you're not in the nature. Which lead us back. Somebody said 222. Yes, we don't know wisdom.
2 is building, right?
2 is wisdom.
Oh yeah, according
8,
to that thing.
Yeah. 8 is building.
In
4 and 4.
Yeah, in numerology.
5 and 3.
2 is building in numerology.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still learning about those. Was it the 9? Or it's really 10?
No, it's 9.
It's 9.
Yeah. And 9, you're just repeating when you go back to 1. And the 0, they just put a 0 in front of it. So that's math. Yeah,
I'm still learning.
Get you the degrees. Yeah, exactly.
Because I knew about the numerology meanings, but I'm learning about that now.
Exactly. Shout out to Super Danny Salinas. Let's read some of the super chats.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. We got a credible guest coming today. When he broke this down, I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. We got the master student. Many of us like to be master teachers. And what we do, we teach them and that are not masters and kind of like almost take over and have them lost. You know what I mean? But sometimes the student can see more than because they said the midget on top of the giant shoulder can kind of see further than the giant. Now, there's no T yet.
All right.
No T yet. About to go on my T.
First super chat is by Stranger. He says, blessings KPAD, Soulman, Coach, and Voltage for making tonight's podcast possible. Let's get ready for takeoff.
D.
Stranger also says, mushrooms dissolve the ego. Yeah, you said that one. Nyasha says, peace, family. I missed all of you on Monday. Q Butter was we need him in our community times 100,000. Nyasha also says, Q Butter was a king. Correction.
Shout out to Q Butter, man. That kind of like really helped me out on some things. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We also got a new one here. It says, damn, 200 bones for the vinyl, Walter Reed vinyl. I'll get you 60 for it. Donkey trying to negotiate.
Yeah, get your money up. Come on, bro. I should be saying, wow, you can't get $200?
Wait till the NFTs come out.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get your cake up, man. You know?
NFTs will be up next week.
Yeah, exactly.
A week from today, I think we can announce them.
Yeah. Well, you gotta, we almost sold out of the $200. We almost sold out.
Do you want to tell them how many more?
So while you talk about it, we only got like 3 left.
Okay.
So while you talk about it, other people is just doing it. So that's why it says, be ye doer of the word rather than hearers. You could have had that, laughing. For real, donkey. Be ye doers.
There you go, do it again. I was fixing some. We got some crackling going on.
Yeah, exactly. So we got 3 left, man. Just take them tonight. Get them off our soul because it's not going to come around again. I told y'all the same thing about Rocket to Nebula. We got more things in store. Right now, we rolling with the 3 Supermen, 3 fantastic Supermen. It takes a little while for a vinyl to come in. It takes a long time right now because of everything that's going on. Donkey came back. What he says?
He says, my cake is medium. I super chat too much.
Hey. Get it out. No doubt. Hey, man, listen. I understand. I overstand. I understand. Just take it one time at it. But don't knock the 200. You know what I'm saying? We have more stuff coming. We have more stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get them out because it's limited. That's the only reason why it's that much, you know. And I signed it. It's like a real good layout. Danny will tell you about it. I mean, he said he got it. So I wish I could just give them away. I would just give them away. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, we got a studio time and things like that. And then people were like, yo, man, you got to remember when they was downloading the albums, you got people that was, artists that was going in the studio and had a whole big budget. It's like, yo, man, you did this for free. No, we had to pay for studio time. Had to pay for your pad.
They're collector items. Technically, your YouTube exclusives are free.
Yeah, man. Just take the daggone thing. We'll talk about that later. Chop it up, you know. But I was building with this brother about the cube, man. He's gonna go into it. It's like it's getting more esoteric right now. We in the age of Aquarius. Look at AD because he's like, no, not technically. We're on the cusp. I've been saying that for a long time. Cusping. Where is that him?
That's him.
Hey,
he's getting set
we've
up.
been on the cusp for a minute, man. I'm like, when we gonna be in?
It's ready now.
Maybe not in our lifetime, but we're feeling it already.
Yeah, Divine Unique. Shout out to Divine Unique. He said, peace, priest, Rasul, AD 5, cause you live. Just saw the bill with Q Butter. Powerful bill. Looking forward to tonight's show. Love y'all, brothers. Peace. Peace to you, Divine Unique. Oh, yeah, indeed. We have the master student that's come in the building. You might as well come through because, he already... Master student is... Huh?
Yeah, go ahead and turn on your video when you're ready.
I'll bring you on. I'll just bring you on. Because I'm about to, hey, listen, we're going to do a little bit different because I'm noticing when everybody come on and they start building, we just start pouring tea. So have your hot water brewed up already, and then we're going to go in. So we got the master student coming in. I think he's getting everything together right now. I don't feel so out here scouting too far. Yeah, taking a walk through the park. Chris, yes.
Hey.
Got my copy right next to my unsigned version, no doubt.
Yeah, those are Instagram worthy. Go ahead and if you post it on Instagram, don't forget to tag Priest.
I'm about to hit my DMT card. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so make sure y'all have your tea. Should we do the tea ceremony now? No, wait for the brother. Right?
Wait for the guest. Yeah, he's
exactly.
almost ready.
The guest coming through. Yo, let us know when you're ready, master student. Let me see. Oh, I had some more stuff. I had most of the stuff I wanted to deal with.
Hey.
Yo.
Oh, he's got a green screen too.
Hey, yeah, he was established. Yeah. He's established. Yo.
Peace.
Peace and love, everybody. I'm gonna switch to my computer. Just give me 2 seconds. My apologies. Excuse me.
No problem. Take your time.
All right.
Great.
Okay, while you doing that, let's get Sue up here. You might as well, because I know you want to come in on it. Shoot. Just somebody said they ordered the KP plaque. Good looking, good looking. Somebody said Tia LaRock. I was thinking of another one called My Tea.
Ooh.
So it'd be MYTEA. My Tea.
My tea.
Make it strong. Remember, it's from the craft, so make sure you roll with the craft when we do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dave Flores in the building. He said, "Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea, CrumbTV." Try not to curse.
You trying not to curse?
Well, the words that come out of my mouth, I want them to be just smooth, and I want them to have no, words. You can say certain words that have conviction without even saying that.
We kind of turning into a family show because remember that one guy, he's sending the picture, he's watching this with his family.
Hey,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember they're at the dinner table and everything.
They was at the dinner table having supper, breaking
bread.
breaking a fast. So yeah, that's
Well,
awesome. That's awesome that people do that.
Yep, exactly. Yo, what up, my brethren? The master
Peace.
the master student is in the building, yo.
Let's do an audio check. Go ahead and say something. Okay, try now.
Check 1, check 2.
There we go. Gotcha.
Excellent.
All right, we're all set. You are on live.
Oh, yo, you ready? You ready?
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Okay. Yeah, why you didn't? All right, well, I'm just doing it this way. That's the master student. You know what I mean? Everybody in the chat room already know you. CrumbTV. Shout out to CrumbTV, man. CrumbTV is in the building. Shout out to you, bro. First, I want to say peace to you. Word, want to shout you out.
Peace.
Yeah,
The
indeed.
master student.
Yes.
Peace.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, man. So it's, let us know what's going on. And I know we was on the phone. We it's about to get into it, but tell us a little bit, the audience about yourself.
Peace and love to the listening audience, the viewing audience. It is I, your humble brother Crumb. Absolutely. I am the master student. I want to say I am genuinely, this is not for the video, this is 100%. I am a Killah Priest fan. I grew up on heavy mental.
Oh man,
That was all my.
Yeah.
For me to even be up here right now, family, I'm a fanboy. I'm just putting it out there to the family.
man.
So with that said,
Brother, man.
I am a teacher. I'm a humble student. I am a leader of the thought of the new Aquarian age, all from a melanated perspective. Thank you for having me.
Indeed. Oh, it's about to get up. Yo, things are going up right now. Oh man, the Aquarian. Oh man, can you tell us a little bit about that? About your organization, community, or foundation, Interstellar Galactic? I'm gonna say a whole bunch. Your foundation. Tell us
Absolutely.
about it. Yeah.
So CrumbTV basically spurs from coming into the age of information with no real, I'm not saying we didn't have guidance, but with that new spirit of energy after the Bobby Hemmets, after the Phil Valentine, so on and so forth, there was a new wave, and it was, new Facebook was new, so on and so forth. And with that said, I came into this movement in my organization just really trying to bring clarity. So it's not that I'm one of the same people who just do a lot of talking on the internet. I've gone to extreme extents to bring receipts, PowerPoints, bring something to the community of substance, some meat and potatoes. And that's really what we're doing over here on my side, is just really bringing the information with receipts.
Primary sources.
Nice.
Real quick, I'm getting your info all set here. You said you have a thing called CrumbTV. Is that a YouTube channel, a website?
Yes, the website is crumbtv.info.
Got it.
Got some fans in the audience too, in the craft. Man. It's like, oh man.
Oh wait, this is the brother who makes the card. You make the animate.
He just. He don't make the animation.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been around in the. I know you talking about that. That's the other cat. Yeah. This brother right here is young brother too, with the mind of a that's just gone, man. So we were building earlier. Shout out to Stringer. He says we were building it earlier, man. I'll let you go into your presentation. I was just wondering, I like the friendly dialogue that we having right now, just the brotherly love that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? We were building earlier, and you had a wonderful, incredible. I'm telling y'all, this presentation that he has is kind of different. You know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah, all right.
And I would love to, man. Y'all in for a treat tonight. AD was talking to some stuff to me, and I was like, wait. Q, I think AD will enjoy this one right here.
All right, let's go.
All right, so on the craft, we got what we call the wheel, and then in the middle of it, you know what I'm saying, as you go on, just don't let nothing stop you. We just be pouring tea. You drink tea, my brother? Or whatever you want to drink, Crumb.
Oh, yes. Chamomile tea. It's a little late for chamomile, but chamomile tea, I love them.
Okay, all right, that's right, no doubt, brother. Chamomile. All right, so without further ado, the wheel is yours, and we call it the Podcraft, and take the wheel, brother. Let us know. It's on you.
Gratitude. I wanted to ask, may I have authority? May I be enabled to share my screen, please?
Of course, no problem. Give me 1 second here.
Absolutely.
And go ahead.
Okay, excellent. So I created this PowerPoint. It's called Cube Worship, and I'll go over it with you right now. It starts with game systems, but it goes more into the religious context in just a second. But the game systems are built off an occult system. That's why I started there. So when we're dealing with game systems, it's important to note that Nintendo roughly means leave luck to heaven. So it was in line when Nintendo released a gaming console called GameCube, because as Nintendo's longtime competitor, Sega, going back to GameCube, the cube represents something of worship. And I'm gonna tie it in just a second, but let me just move forward just a little bit. As the Nintendo longtime competitor, Sega is merely the word ages backward. And age.
Okay.
Yeah, you bring your A game to the joint, to the
Man,
crowd.
you might ruin my experience with my PlayStation 4. You know, I'm a PlayStation guy.
I like this already.
Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I got some bad news for PlayStation, but I'm gonna get into it in a second.
Oh,
An age, like, this is just approximation.
Right,
An
right,
age is about 2,000 years in terms of a zodiac period, and relates to the ages of human existence. Sega was the first real competitor in the ring, and its first console was called the Genesis.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had one.
Wow.
So these things and ages in terms of Genesis, there is no coinkydink. For the first age of man is Gemini. We're going to see Gemini with Adam and Eve, the twin flames. Out of one comes two, so on and so forth. That's Gemini. And I have a little sine wave demonstration here to kind of walk the people through it. So now, an age is about 2,000 years. Really, if you want to be technical, it's like 2,196 or some off-kilter number. But if you look here on my little chart here, it says 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, so we're going in 2,000 year increments approximately. So as we can see, it starts with 10,000 BC Leo, 8 Cancer, 600, 6,000, which is Adam, which is the age of Gemini. I told you it was a twin flame. Noah is Taurus. The reason Noah is associated with Taurus is because Taurus, there is a water sign inside the Taurus constellation. It's a little too deep to even touch right now. Abraham, remember it's Abram. And the word Abram is the word ram. Abraham was a time of Aries. We know when we're dealing with Abraham, he sacrificed the ram, so on and so forth. Christ was Pisces. Pisces was the two fish. These were all 2,000 year increments. So moving forward, we see that with Sega, the Genesis, and they also came with Nintendo first. Now let's get into Xbox, and I'll really tie it in. Microsoft obviously plays into the game, into the cube of heaven with their Xbox. It also should be noted that the letter X is used to represent the word Christ. This is why Christmas is abbreviated Xmas. Thus, we have the Christ box, not the Xbox, the Christ cube, not the game cube. These are all associated to something deeper. Now, I have my little thing over here, just a little receipt to make sure the family knows that I'm putting some respect on the information. Let me bring this to the front. Bring the front. So the letter that we in America call X is really the letter Chi or Chi or however you pronounce it. Let's just say Chi. Keep Chi in Xmas because early Christians used Greek abbreviations. The X in Xmas is not an X at all, but the Greek letter Chi, the first letter in the Greek word Christ, which is used, which has been used as the holy symbol for Christ by Christians since ancient times. So when they came to us with this whole Xbox thing, I don't want the family to say, "Oh well, it's just by coincidence." I think they put a lot of thought into these things, and I'm gonna go a little bit deeper because when we're dealing with the game systems, we're dealing with the virtual reality. A guy by the name of Philip K. Dick was the one who really led the scene on these gamers and inspiring virtual reality with these geeks like Bill Gates and so. His name was Philip K. Dick. He was a science fiction author who wrote books that turned into movies that we know as Total Recall, Minority Report, A Scanner Darkly, The Adjustment Bureau, Blade Runner. It gets a little bit boring. I talk about the Matrix thing, but I want to get right into the religious aspect because I want to pass the mic and really tap in with my brothers to see what they think about that. Is that okay, brothers?
Yes,
Yeah, go ahead.
and I love Total Recall. I always bring up Total Recall here and there.
Yeah. That was a bugged out movie. Still a classic still to this day.
I watched it. I think I was like 7. I can't really remember it. But
Watch it again.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Watch
Go back
that
and
again.
really get into it. It's real crazy.
So this is the meat and potatoes, sacred geometry. The question is, and the God Almighty Killah Priest asked me initially, cube worship. You're going to have to really go into detail, and I'm happy to do that. The subtitle is Sacred Geometry, Gematria, Matrix, and Religion. It all ties in starting now. So, sacred geometry. And I'm going somewhere, family, follow me. Sacred geometry ascribes symbolic and sacred meanings to certain geometric shapes and certain geometric proportions, like the Fibonacci sequence. It is associated with the belief that a god is the geometry of the world. Why do you say that? Because when we're dealing with geometry, we're going to see a certain holiness within it. Heaven is a cube. I'm going to read this, and then I want you to kind of chime in. Let me know what you think. Am I conscious or crazy? Where was I at? Heaven is a cube, excuse me. Revelations is important for understanding the occult science of video games. Revelations chapter 21, verse 16 says, the city of heaven is a cube. So Christians should study cube symbolism. Revelations chapter 21, verse 16. A lot of Christian critics will say, oh, Crumb, it ain't got no science. It ain't got no math. It ain't got no history. There are no dates in the Bible. Let's throw away the Bible. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Verily I say unto thee, don't throw your Bibles away. Here's the science that your preacher missed. The city is laid out as a square. Its length is as great as its breadth. Really quickly, my apologies, just so that the listening audience can follow. The word breadth, bread with a TH at the end, BREADTH is width. Breadth means width. Breadth is a synonym of width. I just want the family to be clear. Its length is as great as its width. The length and the width are the same. This is geometry. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs, which is about 1,500 miles. Its length, width, and height are equal. Well, Crumb, what do you mean length, width, and height? Well, let's check the math, folks. Length, width, and height.
Check out these pictures.
Anytime you're dealing with length, width, and height, anybody who has been to geometry class 101, oh, Crumb, when you're dealing with length, width, and height, that's the geometric equation for a cube. This is in the Bible. What say ye, brothers?
You want to start? Because I want to say, I want to add on. I know I've heard of the Metatron cube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've heard of different cubes that was in there, but you sounding fire is kind of like the way you dropping it. I never heard it put this way.
Yeah, I mean, sacred geometry is the language of nature. So yeah, a cube would represent the geometric makeup or the equations that make up the what they refer to as the heavens or the firmament. So, or it could be talking about the crystal city. You know what I'm saying? That supposed to come back from Earth. So to add on to what KP is saying, the Metatron cube or the Merkaba, right? That's the cube that's more or less opening up the fourth dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? That's why the cube looks like that. When you see the Merkaba, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about this one. When you talk about the length and the width, you're talking about looking at the cube from a three-dimensional perspective. You know what I'm saying? As far as dealing with the math. So, yeah, brother, I'm not going to disagree with that.
I always saw it as the black cube, as Saturn worship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can also look at it that right there. We also have in Islamic culture, the Kaaba.
Yeah.
And the Kaaba is about the 100 and some. I don't know exactly how many so-called idols are in there. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he placed these idols inside of a cube. Now we know that the cube can also be used as a form of protection. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I agree with you.
Gratitude. So not only is heaven a cube, but Jesus is a cube. This is all according to scripture. Christ is also directly associated with the cube all throughout Ephesians. Family, let all who have eyes see, let all who have ears hear. This is just a regular meme. You know, I just got it off the internet, really simple Google search. But I'm gonna read this one right here. It says, Christ love is. So this is how they describe the love of Christ. Very interesting. Ephesians chapter 1, 20 through 21 and 2, 5 through 6 says, high, this is measurement, folks. This is the math. High enough to seat us next to Jesus, far above all powers. So there's height. Ephesians 2, 13 and 17. Wide enough for all people. There's width, or as we know, breadth. Ephesians 1, 4 through 5 and 2, 13 and 17 again. Long enough for those far from him and near to him. So and then Ephesians 4, 9 through 10. Deep enough for the worst of sinners. All right, so you just said high, you said wide, you said long, and you said deep. I'm not a mathematician here, but if I'm reading these chapters right, you're referring to a cube, bruh. That's cube worship.
I wonder what Ice Cube got to say about that.
And just for the family who says, Crumb, I get it. This is interpretation, not interpretation, interpretation, where I don't know if you've seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, where Russell Crowe starts connecting dots that aren't there. That's what that is. So just in case somebody's like, Crumb, you're connecting dots that aren't there. Well, let's see if we can get some works cited. Various Christian writers have spoken on Christ as a cube as well, such as this guy, he looks like a creep, but bear with me, Jerry Irvin Smith, who writes on page 265 of his book, The Cube is Coming. And he writes, I quote, but by marching orders come from above as I serve the Lord Jesus Christ, the one whose cube dominates the attention of the world today. What would lead that man to say that? Very, very interesting.
Now, is he referring to our three-dimensional reality?
Well,
because the cube would be technically 3 dimensions, so we are living in a 3D world.
Ooh, teach. Okay.
This is the craft.
Do you know what I mean? And therefore, that's why we are hexed, because we are hexed upon this 3D world.
Oh, okay. You tapped in. This is
the craft. This is the craft.
Yeah, because I'm familiar with this. It's very good.
The podcraft. I love it. I love it.
Because our reality would be 3D right now, and supposedly there's also a 4-dimensional world.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
A 4th dimension, but go ahead.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my cat.
We have a cat that's wild over here. Yeah.
I got him. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we dealt with heaven. We dealt with Jesus. It's time to deal with Satan. Satan is a cube. So Saturn has been identified as the esoteric name for Satan. Saturn has a hexagon on its north pole. Santa, which is an anagram for Santa, an anagram is just 2 words that have the same letters reorganized. Santa, which is an anagram for Satan, lives in the North Pole. In 3D, the hexagon at the top of Saturn's North Pole is really a cube. Saturn's hexagon, or Satan's hexagon, is 2-dimensional with 6 sides on the 6th planet, representing the 6th day of the week. This is your 666. Now, let's check the receipts on that. There was a gentleman by the name of John O'Loughlin who wrote a book called From Satan to Saturn. So we see this planet representing who we know as Saturn, which has this hexagon, which can be interpreted as a cube in 3D form. Are you familiar with anything about that?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
okay.
I'm familiar with the book you're talking about too.
Oh, wow. Okay, impressive. Okay, so, and I just want to dabble. So we have gone over heaven, we've gone over Jesus, and we just covered Satan. Now we got to get into the cross. The cross is also a cube. So if the crucifix is divided into 6 parts, here we go with that 6 again, the Son of Man. I'm sorry, 6 is the number of man. It can be perfectly folded into a cube. This particular cube is called a platonic solid. I'm going to read this and then, we can go more in depth. In Euclidean geometry, a platonic solid is a regular convex polyhedron. The faces are congruent regular polygons with the same number of faces meeting at each vertex. There are exactly 5 solids which meet these criteria. Each is named according to its number of faces. However, the family who dealing with the craft, because we're dealing with witchcraft, which witchcraft is dealing with the elements. When we're dealing with the elements, there's only 5 elements. This is science. On the periodic table of those, I don't know how many elements are on the periodic table, but every last one of them falls into 5 categories: earth, fire, water, and air. We can't talk about the 5th one till I go through 7 cycles of 7. Age 49, I become a junior elder, and I'll deal with ether then. But one of the platonic solids, and I'll put some respect on that name. I think it's called a dodecahedron.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, hexahedron. The hexahedron. Remember, the brother said hex. He said, "Hey, Crumb, remember the whole hex thing?" Yes, absolutely. The cross, which 6 is the number of man, the cross folds into a platonic solid called a hexahedron. Because remember, if you unfold that trick, she's gonna have 6 sides. 6 planet, Saturday the 6th day, 6 being the son of man. That cross is a hexagon because it has 6 components to it.
There it is.
Right. Yep.
This is the cube worship, covertly hidden inside the layman text. Oh, this is just layman regular Christian. No, family. When we dealing with that Bible, you got to look at it from an esoteric science for it to really make sense versus what Pastor Porkchop told you.
Yeah. You got somebody in the super chat that said, them Marvel movies and Transformers always looking for a cube.
They do.
Like the Tesseract.
Yeah.
The Tesseract, in not Star Wars, but Transformers, they had a cube as well.
The Energon cube. Energon cube. That's what it was.
Energon.
And you know the Energon cubes, they helped them stay alive. The more Energon they needed, so they had to go through the universe looking for this.
It's always cube worship. Not always, but oftentimes.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Didn't Ice Cube leave the NWA?
Factory.
Come on, let's talk about it. Go ahead. He was Ice Cube.
In a new movie, what's the movie? The Justice League. Steppenwolf has to get the mother boxes. I don't know if y'all seen it. Then he combined all 3 cubes together, and it made a hexa. What you say it again?
Hexagon.
Not a hexagon, but the one from the plate. How you say it?
Yeah, hexahedron.
Hexahedron, right? And then that hexahedron opened the portal. And you on point, brother. Go on, proceed.
Gratitude. So this is just a folding and unfolding of the cross, the 6-sectioned cross to go into a cube, just to further confirm the cube worship. And just to be fair, I want to confirm with the listening audience and the family, the whole conversation, the brothers have been right and exact. They've really spoken a lot of the PowerPoint before I even got to it, just confirming that this is, it's not new knowledge. I've just composed it in such a way that it seems like something that no one has heard before, but we already know what the deal is. So we dealt with the heavens, angels, Jesus Christ, the cross, so on and so forth. Now it's time to deal with the angels. There is an angel who is a cube. This is crazy, folks. The angel is a cube. We have been taught, follow me, folks. We've been taught that they are God's messengers. They're called angels of light. Scientifically, the photon is light defined as a messenger particle. Go look it up.
Wow.
And due to gravity, as it passes other celestial bodies, it enters the earth at an angle. Angle. What type of angle, Crumb? Oh, that's easy. A 90-degree angle. How many, Crumb? That's easy. 4. How do you know that? Because 4 times 9 is 36. Add that 0, 360. How many degrees in a circle? We all know that, 360. But here's the question to the listening audience. How many degrees are in a square? We know 360 degrees in a circle, but I want to challenge the audience. How many degrees are in a square?
Is it 3 dimensions, 6 sides, 9 points? That's what Bibli said. Come on, where y'all at? Craft room, y'all. The smartest craft room. This is smartest chat room. What was your question again? Master student?
We know that there are 360 degrees inside of a circle. How many degrees does a square have?
Vinny Blocker says 720. Everybody saying 360.
360. The same amount of degrees that a circle has are the same amount of degrees that a square has.
Hey.
Why? Because a square has 4 corners. Each corner is 90 degrees. What's your point, Crumb? 90 degrees is an angle of light. Oh, Crumb, you mean an angel? Tomato, whatever. Yeah, angle, angel, whatever. So in reality, God's messengers are angels of light, or you might interpret them as 90-degree angles of light. Hey, tomato, sacred geometry or religion, whatever. In religion, they are called angels of light. The words angel and angle derive from one another. Somebody check the Carfax. Thinking is the simplest way to absorb this light. They give your butt a CAT scan and they see all the light going off. It will touch you by arcing between the synapses, the neurons, when they have that little electric shock. That's called a synapsis. These synapses arc inside of your brain, becoming an archangel. These arcs of light inside the CAT scan, those are archangels. Becoming, this is not religion or spirit. This is scientific reality. The science checks out. This is cube worship, sacred geometry. But let me just give the family some more meat. But Crumb, you reaching? That's interpolation, where you just connect dots that aren't there. You've got such a beautiful mind, Crow. Go ahead on, Crumb. Go ahead on with your Russell Crowe tale. Let me bring you some reality to make sure this is not me freestyling. No hip hop pun intended. The angel is a cube. Saturn is L, the father of all of the L's.
Wow.
Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Jezebel, Israel, Emmanuel, also Angel. El, father of heaven or Saturn, and his major son, Hadad, father of Earth / Jupiter, are symbolized both by the bull, and both wear bull horns on their headdress. In Canaanite mythology, El builds a desert sanctuary with his children and his 2 wives, leading to speculation that at one point El was a desert god. So now we're connecting the word angel and Saturn, who is also known as El. An angel or an angle is no different than an angel. A little bit more just to kind of close the gap to make sure we're all on the same page. Let me make this smaller. Oh, let me make this way smaller. What did I do? This is probably, okay, let me make it bigger now. All right, here we go. And the brothers already spoke to this in the beginning. Metatron isn't a figure of the Hebrew Bible, but his name appears briefly in several passages of the Talmud. Crumb, I'm a Hebrew. I don't know nothing about no Metatron. Calm down. It's in the Talmud. Maybe he's not in the Torah. Bear with me.
Gotcha.
His legends are predominantly found in mystical Kabbalistic texts. Oh, Crumb, there you go with that, the craft. Well, we on the podcraft, so it fits. He's variously identified as the prince or angel of the presence, as Michael or Michael, the archangel, or as Enoch after his bodily ascent into heaven. Now, this is what I wanted to make bigger right here, just to focus your attention. Who is Enoch in the Bible? He was the great, 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 great grandson of Adam. Enoch literally walked with God. Enoch never died. As other humans die, God took Enoch. That's according to Genesis 5:23 through 24. And Enoch later became, this is all according to Jewish lore within the Talmud. Crumb, that's your opinion. Not so much. They called him Metatron. And the symbol for Enoch, remember, signs and symbols for the conscious mind. The symbol for Enoch is this elaborate cube circular shape. So when I say the angels are a cube, I don't want you to say, oh, Crumb, I see what you're saying, but you kind of stretching it here. No, it's not a stretch of any part of the imagination. This is right and exact according to sacred geometry. Maybe it was a coinky dink when we were dealing with the whole heaven thing. 2 times, all right, that's whatever. 3 times, it's interesting. 4 times, all right, I think you're on to something. 5 times, all right, you're on the money. This is really cube worship that we're experiencing as a people. So now, hopefully, I have the family convinced. I want to pass the mic before I continue.
Man, this is, I'm like speechless right now. This is kind of correct. I see the angle. You connect the angle in there, angle for the cube. Those are all like width. I see that. Man, this is really hard.
Well, yeah, also they use the Kabbalah. Kabbalah is supposed to help you contact your guardian. The angels or the Malaika, the angelic beings, they're supposed to be like your guardians. So what they teach you with the tree of life is how to communicate with those beings on the other side. So the Merkaba or the Merkaba or whatever, or Metatron, right? These are actually, they're like words from math and geometry. You know what I'm saying? You also have the Hebrew translations as well. And in my opinion, I look at it like when you summon those archangels or those beings, the Merkaba enables you to, like, it opens up that portal of time to let that energy in, because that's why it looks like a cube. Priest got a song coming out called
Merkaba.
Called Merkaba. And he actually explains a little bit of that, what you're talking about, and a little bit.
That was a secret, but it's out.
Oh yeah,
it's out. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Good.
But yeah, I mean, you on point, man. Now I don't know if everybody would agree or whatever, but I see where you're going at with it.
I'm not even worried about anybody. I'm just getting some knowledge filled up right here, man. That's it. Let's go.
And I'm so glad you said that, because I don't want to set a wrong tone with anybody. To the listening audience, respectfully, I think safely, and if I'm wrong, please stop me. I hope I speak for everybody that, family, we're not here to convince you or persuade you of anything. Right. We're here to share our portions of knowledge, and we don't expect you to be a slave to our understanding. Right. Let every man seek his own truth for himself. And that is your expectation. We all know that we are all tasked to do our own research. And if you go and don't do let's say, real quickly, I'm gonna say that and then I'll get back to it. Let's say, best possible scenario, somebody right now is very impressed and they believe everything I say. Right. And they're gonna go out into the world and they're gonna say, this guy on the internet said it. Family, the second you say that, you're gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
I already know.
You sound impressionable.
It's all right though.
That's why I never speak on this stuff unless someone else speaks it up on it first. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
cause it's you're talking about some sacred geometry and astrotheology also too, but it's kind of a niche in itself. You don't want to feed the pearls to the swine, so it's not something to broadcast. Just generally just to anybody. But on this podcast,
say do your build And don't worry
It's
about
perfect.
nobody. Yeah, you're doing.
Yeah,
it.
you
You're
win.
doing
You win
great.
the space to do it. This is it.
Well, I'll continue on. Gratitude. The Kabbalah, which is a cube. So here's just a basic definition. The ancient Jewish tradition of mystical interpretation of the Bible, first transmitted orally and using esoteric methods, i.e. ciphers. For those who don't know what a cipher is an encoded language, like with computers reading ones and zeros, that's a cipher. If you go back and watch Matrix, the guy who was responsible for reading all that stuff that dropped down in green, his name was Cipher. Anyway, moving on. Torah, this is according to bbc.co.uk. Torah refers to the first 5 books of the Bible, first 5 books of Moses, which we know is the first 5 books of the Bible, which are known in Hebrew as, I'm not even going to slaughter the name. Anyway, it's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. So this is going to be the Kabbalah with an esoteric spin on it. I'm not making that esoteric spin. A certain group of scholars are making that esoteric spin. And there was a guy also who wrote a book and could attest to this cube in the Kabbalah as cube worship. Now, let me just break down the word Kabbalah real quick. If you look at the word Kabbalah, it breaks down to 2 words. Kab, which is K-A-B, and Allah. So if you put Kab and Allah together, you get Kabbalah. Now, Kab means cube, and Allah, for all intents and purposes, means God. So Kabbalah loosely translate as God's cube. Kab means cube, Allah means God, Kabbalah means God's cube. That's what the word Kabbalah means according to hard definition. Now remember, these people are writing in ciphers, which is code. And just to add value to what the brother was saying earlier, family, this isn't secret. This is sacred. Meaning you got to get to a certain degree before you can get to this. Nonetheless, the tree of life is a diagram used in various mythical traditions. It usually consists of 10 nodes symbolizing different archetypes and 22 lines connecting the nodes. Now, remember, these 22 lines represent the 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, representing the 22 within the tarot. You have the 22 archetype cards, the Joker, the priest, so on and so forth. Because 22 is a master number. Shout out to 2022.
Hey.
Actually, shout out to today.
Yes. And hey, just to add on to you, it's 22 alphabets in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
Correct. And today is February 2nd, 2022. We're going to see this 3 times this month. We're going to see February 22nd, 2022, which is 2/2/22. It's going to happen 3 times. The second time is going to be the 20th, February 20th, 2022, 2/2/22.
Wow.
The third time is going to be February 22nd, 2022, 2/2/2/2/2. Let's tap in, folks. When we're dealing with this Kabbalah, there's 22 lines connecting 10 nodes. This 22 is a master number because this is, again, cube worship. Sacred geometry. We're going to deal with the numbers in a way that is concrete versus, I don't want to be the high hippie. Crumb just over there talking some stuff, and I can't make heads. No, you can make heads or tails. So if we look at the Kabbalah, we're going to see this first picture, which hopefully everybody recognizes. And inside this picture, if you take a gander, it's going to be just like the North Pole of Saturn, where you're going to find inside of it a cube. Inside the Kabbalah, you can find a cube. Now, I'll say this as well. A good teacher does not tell you what to see. A good teacher only tells you where to look. If you see it, great. If you don't,
Yes. Say that one again, brother. Said a good teacher.
a good teacher does not tell you what to see. They only tell you where to look.
Wow.
That's right.
That's all.
You have to see for yourself. Let all who have eyes see for themselves.
Indeed.
That's right.
Hold on.
Kaaba, Arabic, noun, meaning square house, stemming from Kab, the same one I told you from the previous slide. The word mukab, to mean cube,
Oh, thank you.
came later due to the similarity of the shape and the holy shrine. Kaaba, now this is the hard translation. If you go over, I speak Arabic. For somebody who speaks Arabic, this is what they're going to say. I can imagine somebody who's listening to the craft right now, shout out to the listening audience, is saying, oh no, I speak Arabic. This is what that means. Not what Crumb is saying. I get it. The rough translation, according to the literal language, we're dealing with that. Now we have to understand, just like in English, one word can very well have more than one different definition. The word egregious, for example, means incredibly bad, but it also, in archaic form, meant incredibly good. Another one, even more current, dubious. Dubious is somebody who is suspicious, or dubious is when a suspicious character, or when you're confused about something. Moving forward, just to point out, words have different definitions. Kaaba, a cube building in the Great Mosque of Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the holiest. In Islamic religion, there is nothing. Does anybody know how much nothing is? There's nothing above the shrine, the cube. This is the pinnacle of worship according to the Islamic faith. We already went through the Jewish faith. We already went through the Christian faith. Now we're gonna have to put a nail into the Islamic faith. No disrespect. With all due respect,
Muslim.
to the belief. A cube building in the Great Mosque of Saudi Arabia, the holiest Islamic shrine, contains the pre-Islamic black stone as its cornerstone, making it the most sacred site in Islam. We're gonna have to deal with cube worship. Moving forward, we're still dealing with the Kabbalah cube. The cube of space associates the three axes of the cube. The center point, I'm not going through all of those, with the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. The cube of space is based upon two verses in the Proto-Kabbalah text called the Safa Harafa. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Are you familiar with this text?
Yeah, the Sefer Yisra.
Yeah,
The Sefer Yisra. Thank you. One of those verses is in chapter 4, and the other verse is in chapter 5. The verse in chapter 4 associates 6 Hebrew letters with 6 cardinal directions: up, down, north, east, west, and south. And the verse in chapter 5 associates 12 Hebrew letters with either 12 diagonal directional arms or 12 diagonal boundaries, which some interpret as referring to the 12 edges of the cube. In the most authoritative English translation of the Sefer Yetzirah, scholar somebody interprets the verse in chapter 5, verse 2 as describing a cube. This is according to this dude. Hey, Crumb, I can see how you may say this. That's your opinion as some random dude on the internet. All right, fine. I'll take that criticism and critique if anybody offers it. However, here is a scholar who has done a copious amount of scholastic research who comes to the same exact conclusion in this particular book right here. So, just for those who say, Crumb, can you bring some receipts? Yes, I can. And when we're dealing with those 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, they correspond to a cube. So this is not conflation or misinterpretation. While occult author Kevin Townley explains a cosmological connection with the octahedron within the cube. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. All right, moving on. Where was I here? Let me go back down. I skipped the space. All right. This is called the Tefillin. Have you ever heard of these little square hats, the small hats? You heard of those, KP?
What you said? My bag. I'm reading the chat. What you said?
These hats right here.
Yeah,
that they're wearing.
Yeah, yarmulkes.
Yes. Some people call them small hats, which is a derogatory term.
Yeah.
Yarmulke is respectful, small hat.
Right.
If somebody says that, they're anti. Anyway,
Right.
This is worn by Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ashkenazi, a set of small black leather boxes or a cube containing paper with Torah verses. So, Crumb, you dealt with the Christians, you dealt with the occult side of Judaism.
Indeed.
Now I'm going to deal with the secular side. Oh, well, we don't acknowledge that whole thing over in Judah. Well, you acknowledge this, don't you? Well, you ain't going to get past the cube. Whether that be occult or whether that be Canaanite scripture. Anyway, let me stop yelling. I don't even know why I do that. I didn't take my blood pressure.
That's passion, man. That's
talk
the
that
knowledge
talk.
brings passion. You got it.
We just letting you have the floor, brother. Go in.
Gratitude. I'm gonna call it passion, and it's not an account that I didn't take them blood pressure pills. Okay.
Hey. Shout out to the BB pills. Go ahead, brother. Let's go.
The yarmulke is worn by observant Jews during weekday morning prayers. In early Talmudic times, these were either cylindrical or cubical, but later the cylindrical form became obsolete. And I want to just highlight this. When we're dealing with these things, folks, these terms, for all intents and purposes, are geometric terms. When you're dealing with cylinders, when you're dealing with prisms and cubes, and this is all geometric. Oh, Crumb, that's religious. No, that's geometric. Moving forward, the main box, which holds the Tefillin scrolls, is known as the Ketitza cubicle. In my what do they speak? My Yiddish is off. Bear with me.
Yeah.
Kabbalah.
Yeah. Woo, we're going in.
The Talmud. I'm with the geometry thing. The Talmud is the central text of rabbinic Judaism and the primary source of Jewish religious law and Jewish theology. So now, if you look at this picture right here, Babylonian Talmud contains 63 books organized in 6 sections. We're seeing 63, which is transposed to 36, 666 in the 6 sections. Now, with that said, 63, when you're dealing with the number 63, that's binary code. Number 60, no, oh, Crumb 22, 33, 11, fine. All these master Eliphas, Levi numbers and stuff like that. I'm not taking nothing away from that, but we're gonna have to do a binary code as well. I'm about to bring y'all back to the matrix. So binary code represents text. That's the only thing I want the family to read from this Wikipedia blurb. What is binary code? Simple. Binary code is a set of ones and zeros, or a set of any 2 digits that represent text. So now, if you look, what is gematria? Gematria is numbers, according to this religious belief system, that represent text. We're going to have to deal with the numeric aspect of these Abrahamic religions. And I'm not saying Abrahamic religion to disrespect it either, just a descriptive term. So moving forward, and let me hammer in on the Kabbalah, because you were talking about the Merkaba earlier, in alluding to Elijah. I'm sorry, not Elijah, but Enoch. Why Enoch? Enoch never died. He hopped his ass in a Merkaba and jetted out like goddamn George. I'm sorry, George Jetson. Excuse me.
Talk that talk. Here you going.
The Star of David is one of the most recognizable Jewish symbols. it also has a hexagram and cube inside of it. On the Kabbalistic side of Jewish symbols is the Merkaba, a vehicle. Oh, you got a Benz? All right, well, Enoch had a Merkaba. What you talking about? Maybach music. No, anyway, a vehicle for the soul to travel in. That's the Merkaba. It's a car.
They gotta
Based
make a car
or a
You
vehicle.
just coined a new car. That's hard.
Right,
That would be a
right.
nice name for a car, the Merkaba.
Yeah.
The Merkaba.
That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give me a
Yeah,
Merkaba.
get you a Merkaba. Elon Musk better watch out.
You did it, bro. You just-
Elon Musk better watch out. We coming out with the Merkaba.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
black
driving
to me. That's right.
Continue, brother. That's hard. Merkaba. Yeah. Merkaba G.
Merkaba is a vehicle for the soul to travel in, based on Ezekiel's vision, according to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verses 4 through 26. Go check the receipts.
Yeah, the wheel within the wheel.
Come on, somebody.
You know what I mean?
In geometry, it's called a star tetrahedron. Let me where's my star tetrahedron? Oh, it's right here on my desk. Let me just stop sharing screen for just a second. I want
On it.
to just
You did like the song.
Breaking down the whole.
song.
You ain't hear
Oh, beautiful.
There it
man.
is.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my personal star tetrahedron, my Merkaba.
It's basically two squares.
Two
That's
Two triangles.
Yeah, two triangles, and it forms that square you're talking about.
right.
It's
Yes,
a
sir.
geometric. It's a circle around it too. But the
yeah.
circles you can't see.
Yeah.
Yes, all facts. Now, what no, my Merkaba or star tetrahedron is 3D. The Star of David is the exact same thing in 2D. We're dealing, just like the brother said, when you're dealing with 2D, you're gonna have to deal with 3D, you gotta deal with 4D. And when Nibiru come back, your ass gonna have to deal with 5D. But that's a different conversation. But nonetheless, inside that 2D form, we see the Star of David. Inside the Star of David, you're going to see a hexagon inside the actual star. Well, we know the hexagon in in 3-dimensional form is a cube. So what we can see from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional, the hexagon inside of the Star of David is a cube inside of a Merkaba. Y'all better talk black to me. I'm just, that's
Yeah.
just like, I'm sorry.
Come on. Big up to the podcast show. This is, brother, going in. You got the wheel, brother. Just keep driving.
They say though the formation of the star tetrahedron, right? That's the force that creates anti-gravity. Some people would say, you know what I'm saying? Using that form of sacred geometry and mathematics.
That not only is that right and exact, I wanted to add that is where Nikolai, not no damn Elon Musk family. I'm talking about the originator, which he's not the originator, but that's what Nikolai Tesla tapped into. If I when I come back to the platform and grace you with whatever may catch your interest, hopefully I get to talk about the invention of UFOs. Nikolai Tesla was the first person in the world to copyright his blueprint for a UFO, which was powered by a star tetrahedron, not an organite, but a crystal. A crystal, star tetrahedron crystal is what was powering the UFO when Nikolai Tesla first invented it. Then Hitler came back behind him and actually created it. So when we talk about these things being vehicles, light vehicles, we're not just being funny, folks. This is right and exact.
Well, yeah, I mean,
let them finish up. Right.
Last one. Last one for this one, and then I'm gonna go into one more, and then I'm gonna end it out. The tetrahedron represents the element of fire. It's linked to the solar plexus, the body's fire chakra, located in the core of the torso. The star tetrahedron is a double pyramid. Pyramid is derived from the Latin word pyra. You're a pyromaniac. You mean like pyramid maniac? Pyro? Because remember, this is the Greek language. So when the Greeks said pyra or pyro, they were talking about fire. pyramid or the fire in the middle, or the firehouse, the lighthouse. We talking about the lighthouse, Alexandria,
House of Fire.
or the house of fire, the pyramids, or because we are the temple of God.
Ooh, go ahead, bro.
The Pyramid, the ancient.
Go ahead.
So, Israeli Jews have a thing for black cubes. A select group of veterans from the Israeli elite intelligence units that specializes in tailored solutions to complex business and litigation challenges. They call themselves, this is in Israel, they call themselves Black Cube. And this is one of these big companies. This is like Black Cube over there is like Kellogg's over here, one of these big name brands. Last point, and then I rest my case. Masonic Cube. The House of Supreme Council, ancient and accepted, 33 degrees, Scottish Freemasonry in Washington, D.C. This lodge houses the Masons Black Cube. Remember, the Masons aren't anything except another sect of Christianity. To be a Mason, you got to go read your Old Testament. Go back to the book of Ruth. Go talk about Boaz and all that stuff. Anyway, that's when we get to their worship of the Black Cube. So now, if you go and look at I start on this side. Go look at the Freemason shrine with a Black Cube altar and floor. Then go look at Aleister Crowley's rendition. Remember, Aleister Crowley was in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which has a Black Cube altar, and the floor we got black cubes or black squares on it, two-dimensional, with Jewish star. With the Jewish star, that's Aleister Crowley's sex magic cult. Everybody from every sector was on this cube thing. And this is what I'll close out with. So now, Crumb, I'm not on that cube stuff. Hold on, because your ass will go through a ritual in a heartbeat. I don't do that, but you do the rituals, don't you? The mortar board originated in the Middle Age of stone masonry apprenticeship schools of Europe. This old tradition occurred when stonemason apprentice graduated to the degree level of master mason. A skull cap was a brimless cloth cap typically worn in ancient stonemasons' days. They just wear a skull cap. Taking together, the mortar board and skull cap looked exactly like a modern graduation cap. Today's graduation caps are often called mortarboard hats.
Wow.
This is that. Oh, Cromwell, I'm not a Jew. I'm not Islam. I'm not a Christian. I don't do none of that stuff. But your ass went to that school and put that daggone cube on your head and walked your ass across that daggone stage, didn't you? What you thought that was about? So now, with that said, one last blurb and I'm done. The square was also a symbol associated with Saturn, hence the black mortarboard of college graduates or high school. Of course, mortarboards have played an important role in masonry as well. This is all. Does anybody know how much all is? This is all cube worship, sacred geometry, gematria, matrix, and religion.
Wow. Yo, man, that's heavy. Man, thank you for that build, yo. That was a crazy presentation. My question is, why? What's up with the cube worship? Why? What's the reason? And your best knowledge.
We have this thing for geometry. Beautiful people. If you look up the definition of beautiful, it's somebody whose face is just ultra symmetrical. That's, why do you believe people who are beautiful face just has a perfect symmetry? Because you see the divinity within these shapes. You tap into the shapes. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. These shapes, no pun intended, they shape reality. I see behind you the pyramids. These represents divine or the divinity within these shapes. When you're dealing with the woman which we all, well, not all of us, but most of us, or we should worship women. We understand the vagina is what geometric shape? Matter of fact, don't answer that. I want to ask the audience, the listening audience, what geometric shape is the vagina?
There you have it, craftsman.
Chat room.
I'm looking at, I'll give. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but I'm gonna give them, let's say, 10 seconds.
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, they coming fast. 2, 1. Somebody said it. They said Vedic Pisces. They're trying to say Vesica.
Vesica
Pisces.
Wow.
The yoni is the Vesica Pisces.
Wow. Told you the chat room once again. Yeah, they coming. Somebody. Told you they coming.
Yeah.
Somebody said a diamond. Yo.
Somebody said a box.
It definitely
Square.
would be that. I mean, you get caught up
The
in that.
box is a cube.
I call it the plasma pool.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I call them the sugar
Hard.
walls.
That's hard right there.
Plasma pool. Dive in.
It's them sugar walls.
You know what I mean? You dive into the pool. You know what I mean? The primordial waters.
The sushi bar.
Damn.
The primordial waters of chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Because
You almost had it. Chaos. Chaos.
The-
That threw me off.
well, that's what they said. The chaotic waters.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Getting
mean?
it swirling together, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot of swirling and you know, you swimming. If you swimming, you know how to swim. Some of you brothers out there don't know how to swim.
Fucking right in the pussy.
That's right.
Say,
All right.
Merkaba.
All right, AD.
Merkaba. Go ahead. Let's
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I was really just answering KP's question in terms of,
Yeah.
What's the thing with this, cube and this worship, and where does it come from? I honestly believe, I believe that it's been innately within us the whole time. We've just now put words to it. There was always a method to the madness. Now we've just been able to define the methodology.
Right. Shapes with death. Cosmic Politan, the magazine, always have the face, what they say is beauty, the shape of a woman's face. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at that too. This is square, and that's dealing with, yeah, go ahead.
They run those pictures through computers. It's not like a panel of dudes. Like, oh, which one's the most? Nah, they run that. The computer reported that, hey, the most beautiful person is so-and-so based off so many algorithms and whatever the case may be. It's like, what? But yeah, absolutely.
We got a couple of super chats for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're super. Indeed.
I forgot about that.
I'm enjoying this. Yeah. Shout out to the craft room. Y'all came through the Pisces Vesica. Yeah, it's crazy. Man, y'all always on point.
All right, let's see. We're going into these super chats.
Yo,
Let's see. Go ahead.
No, the synchronicity has been crazy. Let me tell you, last Friday, we had A.A. Rashid, and he wanted to go into a build on the Kabbalah. You know what I mean? And it couldn't happen. It's just the lights, everything was off, and then, I think he had something wrong with his family or something like that. Now you just came, the synchronicity.
Yeah.
When one card moves, the other card comes and takes its place. Pure science. You know what I mean? So everything just add up. AD was talking earlier. He was talking about the shape of the vagina. He was talking about how the vagina, and I was like, what you mean by that shape? You was breaking that. You forgot about that? Yeah, he was talking about the shape of the vagina, and I was like,
that was me?
yeah, it was you.
I first heard about that from right now.
You zoned out. He don't even remember, right?
You sure that was me?
You don't remember? See, we in a vortex. We know this is Mercury retrograde. AD really forgetting that he sat up here and was breaking down.
You don't
and
remember what he was talking about earlier?
yeah, and you see, This is like some type of spiritual stuff going on, right, bro? You bringing some good energy here, Crumb. You know what I'm saying?
The energy is good.
The master student.
Yeah, the master student.
You wiped AD memory box because AD don't remember. And I said we start talking about the box.
You said memory box.
Yeah, the box. Yeah, it's cute. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, you know the mind when they could. That's what sacred geometry is. You know, they figured out how to map the mind. The geometrical image of the mind is a cube.
They shape the mind.
Yeah, when scientists and physics they use math and geometry to trace it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that. Yeah. The shape of the mind.
Yeah. Oh, it has to do with
mind is shapeless.
It's shaped, but
That's
know
what
the
I was
brain
saying.
and
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You said I know what you're saying.
They always try to use math to figure equations out. You know what I mean? But I agree with you, Priest. You can't really particularly
the
shape
mind
it.
changes forms. Yeah. The mind thought is crazy. It has no shape, no form. It's almost like water.
Shechem and Shechem, right? Who wrote the I don't know if you read the Metu Neter books. He did a map out of the subconscious mind. He drew it in the book.
Well, where is it coming from? His mind.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So how's his mind? You know what I'm saying? So it's coming from his mind.
I've always thought that when I read that. Because you look at it and you're like, okay.
He's shaping his thoughts. That's like my dream is not your dream. Hold on. If I tell you my dream, then you got to be in my head to see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's coming from the imagination anyway. It's coming from the mind. And it depends. The mind is shaped as it forms. It's just like water. Yeah. It could turn into anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can base a foundation and say, okay, I can shape it this way, but it will turn. It could change strange minds. It could be.
Well, that's why to add on to what you're saying, that's why the cube is three-dimensional, but it could also be four-dimensional, or it can take many forms and shapes.
It could, exactly. It's formless.
Yeah, it's formless.
It's formless.
Or they say the formless in form.
Right now, I'm just painting colors in my mind.
Yeah.
Could you see the colors in my mind?
What's that one song yet?
The colors of ideas. Yeah, Yo, I did a man, yo, you right on point. I did a song called Merkaba, man, and I swear I would have thought you were spitting it right now. When you were going through it, yo, I'm not lying. You went through it, yo. You took out the tetrahedron. You know, I was like, wow, this cat is on point. There's a secret. Bob Marley said there's a natural mystic flowing through there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. No, a lot of people don't know what the natural mystic he was talking about. You know what I'm saying. So it's like when that vibe is going, I like to just flow with that natural mystic. A lot of dreads will tell you that's weed, but it's not. It's not the smoke. It's something deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going with the natural mystics that's going on through nature. Right. You know what I'm saying? I draw it up that way. Put it that way. And I don't want to keep on going.
Crumb, check out your chat in the Zoom. I sent you something. And I think it might be something that you could also use in your presentations. I got it from Santos Bonacci. It goes along with what you were talking about with the tetrahedron and all that. I'm gonna put it on screen so everybody can see. So it's like it shows the 5 elements, and it shows the platonic solids next to them. Do you see it?
I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah, and then it shows the state, the form that it would be, like space, light, gas, liquid, solid, the physics of it, dimension, temperature, motion, chemistry of it, the mode. So like you've got the earth is the body, water is emotion, air is the mind, fire is the spirit. And if you saw the Fifth Element movie, they had all 4 of those. Remember the stones? Like, where are the stones? Where are the stones? He had the 4 stones, but the last thing they were missing was the 5th element, and that was Lilu. Remember? Multipass. Lilu. So the last thing she said was, what's his name? Bruce Willis had to say, I love you. Yeah. So that love was the missing 5th element, and that's how they were able to win the movie at the end. So you'll see, that's the 5th element. That is the dodecahedron. That is ether. Ether is the 5th element, and and they'll say that is what love is. So, and that's, you can also connect that to Christ. Christ is the heart chakra.
But
and the heart is love. So that's it's the way through Christ, which is love, is through the fifth element. It all connects. But
then,
anyway, you have this now.
Right.
Do you see it?
That's fine.
Yes, this
That's
is my
fine.
first
That's
time
fine.
even
I
seeing
give
it.
that to you.
Yeah,
But you
it's an infographic.
Yeah, what I'm gonna say, it's like what me and Sue just finished saying. You shape it how you do it. You shape it how you want it. You want to do it. It's formless until you shape it. That's Santos' ways of shaping that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a stepping stone to the pyramid. They all steps. There's different levels to it. So
Now you sound like the guy that was interviewed when he talked about the platonic solids. What was his name?
the platonic solids.
Remember, he was talking about it, and everyone was blown away by it. We always talk about it on here. He was being interviewed. What was his name? It was during an awards ceremony, and he was speaking.
Yeah. You're talking about Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard. So
There are no
straight lines.
There are no straight lines.
And he was talking about this everyone's mind was like, what's he talking about? He's crazy. He was talking about the platonic solids. He's a Pisces, by the way.
Yeah, you're talking about the flower of life, opening up the doorway to the flower of life, which is really the tetrahedron.
Yeah, and I remember hearing that and seeing that. I'm like, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he's going over everybody's heads. But that infographic will assist you because that is it's showing all the shapes and forms and all that. And it's really cool to break down, especially when you start talking about the fifth element, the ether, the love. Do you know what I mean? The Christ, the way it's all connected. It's a beautiful thing.
Sometimes a lot of scientists try to say that ether doesn't exist. Expound on that, brother, a little bit of that, because I disagree with scientists on that. I've always looked at ether or ethos.
Why did they say ether doesn't exist? You ever question that?
I don't know. I don't agree with scientists on that, but they have a bunch of I don't know. I mean, what's your take on that, good brother?
Well, they said, it is said that you're not supposed to. The difference between esoteric and occult. Occult is hidden. Well, okay, let me start with esoteric. Esoteric is a level, meaning you're not going to be able to learn geometry until you take arithmetic. You learn how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Then we'll go over to the bigger stuff. That's esoteric. You'll get there when you get your degree. Occult is, I don't care if you get your degree or not. We're not teaching you this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And remember, a lot of this started in the colleges. With who? The fraternities. Mm-hmm. In order to get and learn that knowledge, it wasn't, I got straight A's, the dean list. Mm-hmm. How do you get in a fraternity? You got to get your ass whipped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hazing. Mm-hmm. So now, certain information, you're not just going to come up off the street and get, and they're not just going to tell you. Certain information, it's not secret. It's sacred. When we're dealing with ether, the fifth element is not supposed to be spoken about until we get to a certain house, a certain degree. You got to get to go through 7 cycles of 7, age 49, before anybody will talk to ether about you. In this country, America operates based off occult science. I know a lot of people on the 85% level don't believe that, but at that higher level, that's how they operate. I think the quote from J.D. Rockefeller is that millionaires don't practice astrology. Billionaires do.
Yeah.
So at the level, they're going, astrology, whatever. And they up there using it. So now when you get to things like ether, they'll talk about it with you, only behind closed doors in certain realms. Right. After you got to do a certain handshake or a certain initiation, because it's not secret. You can know, but it is sacred. The upper room, you can't get there unless you get there. And that was one thing I was trying to tell some of the family in terms. We were at school, or I think it was at church or something, but somebody knew something. I said, that person know. They've taken an oath of secrecy. Oh, Crumb, you crazy, Pastor. So no, he know what I'm talking about. He just can't say it. Not to you, not in public. Those conversations are for the adept chambers.
Right.
Certain things you don't say in public.
Yeah.
This is what got me in trouble a lot. Ain't no secrets. I'm telling everything. And I had to humble myself in my old age to where I don't share everything with everybody. Even if I want to. The Bible said don't cast pearls into the swine.
Exactly.
some people may want to share this with you, but they be like, you know what, he's not, or she's not, or they're not ready.
You got to be initiated.
Yeah.
Treat it that way. I say if you treat it that way, because in every game, even when you look at sports, everybody knows there's 4 quarters. But the deeper you get, there's 5 quarters.
Right.
It's called overtime. two teams can play on such a high level that they just on the same level till the clock run out. Then they go into what they call overtime. Same game, but different mind state. Right. Now I don't even know what I'm going in there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It could be on low frequencies. It could be 1-to-1, but you going into another whole state.
Yeah.
These things exist before the game started. It's just how far you want to take it, because overtime exists.
Exactly.
You just got to reach those levels, and it takes two teams, 2 minds to reach those levels, because you matching each other, and now y'all into another dimension. Because
you got the lesser mysteries, then you got the higher mysteries. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have been initiated into the lesser mysteries. You know what I mean? In my opinion about ether, I feel as though it's a gas. It's something that you can't weigh on this side of the periodical table of elements. And when you look at the term for gas, I think is ethol or ethol. Am I wrong? Okay, I could be wrong.
What are the states of matter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Solid.
Yeah, solid, liquids, and gases.
Yeah.
Gas. Mm-hmm. There's a 4th state of matter.
There you go.
The 4th state of matter is what? Plasma.
Right.
Ether is a plasma. Plasma is
talking
lightning.
About the plasma pool. Yeah.
And that's on that chart I sent you also.
Teach.
That's why that chart is like, when I found that, I'm like, dude, this is it. This is everything. That's the chemistry. The chemistry would be the plasma of the ether. And then fire is nitrogen, air is oxygen, water, hydrogen, earth is carbon.
When you catch up to your chemistry or your biology.
Your chemistry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you can go into... we're on a high level right now. We're gonna go into the super chats, because I already know, bro. I already see you ready to leap out. Anytime you want to inject and add on, because we're on a high level right now. We're in the plasma zone.
You ready for these super chats?
5th quarter. Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Okay. Stranger says, KP, what do you guys think about sleep breaks? 4 hours and 4 hours.
You want me on that, or I'll pass that and I'll take that last. I'll start off with our guest speaker.
Mm-hmm.
You would like me to answer that?
Yeah, indeed.
Sleep breaks? Like don't sleep 8 hours?
Yeah.
Right. Sleep breaks.
He's talking about the practice of sleeping 4 hours and then sleeping another 4 hours later.
I think sleep breaks are technically important. You're going to if your diet is right, you're automatically going to have a sleep break, for the simple fact that you need to drink an 8-ounce glass of warm water before bed. This is going to cause you to wake up during what time? The devil's hour.
3.
What time is the devil's hour, Crumb? The devil's hour is 3 a.m. Now, when you wake up, it's only going to be for a short period of time. Now, it's important to make sure that you understand, when does the brain produce serotonin? In the daylight hours, when you're in direct contact with the sun. When does the brain produce melatonin? At the devil's hour. After you use the bathroom, take your little sleep break, take your ass right back to bed, and you're going to go into a deep REM, rapid eye movement, where the brain produces melatonin. This is going to be super important, because it's going to take you to another state or existence of our dream world reality. Now, remember, this is academics conspiracy. If you look up the pineal gland, it's going to tell you the pineal gland only produces melatonin and serotonin. However, if you Google the spirit molecule, which is DMT, they're going to tell you the spirit molecule is produced by the pineal gland as well. When is DMT going to naturally be produced in the brain? During the devil's hour. So you can go into rapid eye movement, deep sleep, within a second. Oh, you got to have 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Not true. Not true. You just have to make sure that you're in that right state. So you can take your sleep break. It's good because you're probably drinking water and you got to wake up through the night to relieve yourself. Now, in addition to that, if you do relieve yourself at 3 a.m., this is going to be weird. Bear with me.
Go ahead.
Save the urine. There's melatonin and DMT in that urine at 3 a.m. during the devil's hour. Tap in, folks. Look it up.
This correlates with another super chat that someone has for you, but go ahead.
No, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's the highest form of distilled you're gonna get. That's
another, yeah.
I got you, bro. That's on. He's speaking on a super high level right there.
It's another reason to also not eat 4 hours before bed too, so that your body's not digesting right when you go to sleep. You can enter that REM sleep faster. You don't want a big fat burrito and then try to go to sleep because then your body's all that blood's going into your digestion. Go ahead,
brother. Do you know what the number one cause of nightmares is?
Oh, damn.
Eating before bed.
Y'all better tap in.
Yeah. You want to be in that fasted state.
Yeah.
You know?
That's interesting. I stopped eating. I used to cook late night dinners, man. I stopped doing that.
I mean, little late night snacks. I have a little bit of banana. And then
man, I'm in there cooking a big ass like 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I live by myself, so
yeah.
You know, it's like I'm gonna make this, you know. But that's right, you on point with that.
You might end up having your dreams later in the morning. A lot of people, if you eat before bed, you're gonna end up having all your crazy dreams like morning time. Do you know what I'm saying? But the circadian rhythm is so important. Like, you know, I work late, so I'm going to bed late, waking up late, so I gotta use the blackout curtains. But I would just add that the circadian rhythm is best when you're following the sun. You know what I mean? Waking up at 6 a.m. and you know all that. But it's tough in my industry, that's for sure.
You gave him a thumbs up for following the sun.
Yeah. Okay, next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sir Edwards Trichrome says, much respect for the stream, sir. Really digging how humble KP is holding it down, letting all speak their truths. If I could add one thing for the real, check out hex.com. I was able to become financially free with the T-share. Okay. I'm not sure if that was spam.
T-share.
Oh,
T-share.
Okay.
Right.
Can I add value to that?
Sure.
Can I show my screen real quick? Do you mind?
Yeah, of course. No, by all means.
Gratitude. Okay, so I think that was right on time. Let me get back to my. Okay, there we go. I think that was right on time. Going back to the hex part, one thing KP said was when we're dealing with the mind, it's kind of like Genesis chapter 1. The earth was void without form. And we were talking about imagination. We look at the root word of imagination, we're going to see the word image, dealing with magic or a mage or a sage. Now, when we're dealing with these things, because in the beginning there was the word, thus say the Lord. Now, so with that said, when we go to school, specifically elementary school, because remember, the root word of elementary is element. Well, what are the elements? Just like the brother was saying, easy: earth, water, wind, and fire. But the fifth one is spirit or ether. The reason they don't want to acknowledge spirit, which is ether, my guess is because they don't have a spirit, or their pineal gland is 85% calcified, which is the seat of the soul, which is make them disconnected from their higher self. So they don't want to acknowledge it. I digress. Getting back on point with this whole hex thing that the super chat mentioned. When we deal with a spell, everybody named mama, oh, Crumb, you know, spells and spelling and cursive and curses. Right, that's fine. It's cute. But however, did you know that what you use to write the spell with? Oh, you know, write means ritual. Slow down. What are you writing the ritual with? A pencil. What shape is the pencil?
Ooh.
Oh, it's a hex. Okay, so you're going to write a spell in cursive with a hexagon. All right, I raised my case.
Good
I rest my
point.
case.
And then they're spelling.
Yeah.
They're writing words. Words are magic. Word is bond. And everybody knows that. Yeah. And you have to spell the words like
Absolutely.
a magic spell.
One more point. My apologies. Please forgive me, gentlemen. What is the other utensil that you use in elementary school to conduct this magic, to bring form to the four corners of the earth? Because in Genesis, I don't know about this four corners. It says a void in shape. Anyway, you're going to use a ballpoint pen. But if you Google ballpoint pen, the full name is crystal ball point pen. Oh, so you're going to school to learn how to spell cursive, pencils that have a hex, and your pen is a crystal ball, huh? Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. This is just, if you start reading the algorithms like in the Matrix, you'd be like, hold on, I'm connecting these dots. I don't know, brothers. What do you think? Am I reaching?
No, I mean, you.
Nah, you right on.
You good?
You on point, brother. Go on.
You reach out to that's a line by the great Michael Jordan. Go ahead. Nah, brother, you doing right. You teach, they reach. Go ahead.
Nice.
Because the crystal ball is something used in magic. We know the hex is something used in magic.
No, the crystal ball.
Oh, I thought you wanted some tea.
Ooh, tap in.
We got it
Got
here.
the crystal ball right now.
Yeah.
That's a smoky quartz.
Everything is synchronizing that right now. This is crazy because you're saying a lot of whole things that's just adding up, man. Go ahead.
This being the podcraft, I got to be honest, I feel right at home. This is where I need to be.
Yeah.
I'm all about the craft.
No doubt.
You fit right in. You fit right in around here.
You're here, bro.
No doubt.
You here. You got a permanent seat. You got a permanent seat up in the craft, bro.
Y'all ready for the next super chat?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Next one is Divine Unique. Oh shit, Crumb on throwing another 10 now because Crumb is that bull. Priest does it again. Peace.
All right.
Stranger says, I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes.
That was hard, right? Yeah, it was hard.
Nice. Next one is by Rufus the Violinist. Crumb, do you still drink your own? You spoke about that a while back in another video.
Yeah, well, I'm in a privileged state to where I don't have to drink my urine. I drink someone else's urine, and in particularly, I drink my lady's urine.
You drink your lady's urine?
Hold on. You
Yes.
know what he said? He said, this is high science. We dealing
Okay,
with
okay, I
high
got it.
science.
All right.
Let the brother build. Go ahead.
Right. Now, we know that the greatest, diabetes has stricken the Black community more than any other community. A lot of us only know about dialysis simply because we have a parent or a family member who OD'd on the hog mog or whatever the case may be. With that said, we see when our parents or our loved ones go to dialysis, they have this big filtration system that's about big as a refrigerator.
Indeed.
Well, with that said, that big refrigerator machine is replicating the job of a kidney, which is about the size of your fist. There is no filtration system on the face of the earth more sophisticated than the kidney, which is about this small. Now, with that said, when you're dealing with the gender difference, the woman's body is going to operate at a higher level than the man's body. We know, generally speaking, for all intents and purposes, a woman's body is just a little more difficult than our body. She's go through a lot more changes. She actually has a time in her life, just like when KP said, listen, there aren't 4 quarters. There's really 5. You just got to get to that level. When does a woman have 4 functioning kidneys in her body?
When
she's pregnant.
You have to answer that one, brother.
That's hard. When she's pregnant.
When she's pregnant,
When
right?
she's pregnant.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, remember, what state in America is most popular for retiring? Florida. Why Florida? Because Ponce de Leon came on Christopher Columbus's ship looking for what was he looking for? The Fountain of Youth. Mm-hmm. And he was looking throughout Florida. Of course, he couldn't find it. But as the saying goes, the Fountain of Youth keeps you youthful. Well, what if I told you all of us have drunk urine from our mother? Well, Crumb, what are you talking about? Or from a woman, particularly your mother. Well, Crumb, what are you talking about? The amniotic fluid inside the fetus when your mother carries you. Does anybody know what
Talk that
amniotic
talk,
fluid?
man. Let's go.
Yep, amniotic fluid is urine. So now, if your baby, let's say the mother's amniotic fluid sac breaks, it'll heal, but the baby don't got a lot of fluid inside. Your baby gonna be born looking like Benjamin Button. Looking like an old man. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, Benjamin Button, when he was born old and got young eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, you're gonna be born looking like an old man because the urine is the fountain of youth. A woman's kidneys are more advanced than a man's kidneys are. Her kidneys are going to give the highest grade of water or urea. Now remember, a lot of the Crumb, I just use cocoa butter. That's fine. Use your cocoa butter. But remember, your ass gets stung by a jellyfish. A jellyfish. Put this cocoa butter up there. No, your ass gets stung by a jellyfish. Drunk Fred come from around the corner. I'll piss on it. No, drunk Fred pissing ammonia. Mm-hmm. No, not him. Old girl, a diet got to be right. If her diet is right, this is the same thing that the hospital is using on burn victims. I'm not talking about no little burn. A 3rd degree burn, put urea on it. This is the fountain of youth. It'll make your skin whole again.
Chat room is crazy. Go ahead.
Yes, somebody said PT.
Go ahead, bro. I know you get it a lot. Go ahead, just finish your bill. Go ahead.
So, drinking urine is something I do subscribe to. Also, if you look it up, Dr. Sebi co-signed drinking urine as well. Now, this is the thing.
Let me say, I've heard this before. I heard that your urine was one of. Yeah, I did. I heard that urine has it was like the best form of distilled water, or the best form of distilled water.
I was about to ask that. So, what does it taste like, brother?
Depends on what you believe.
I mean, I'm
He needs some
I'm
milk.
just out of curiosity. Do you mix anything with it, or do you just drink it straight up?
Yeah, just drink it. Now, when you're
If
dealing,
you're drinking piss, you might as well just drink it. Why would you mix with it, right?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're just going to do it like that, you might as well just go ahead and do the real thing.
Yeah.
Why would you mix it, make it a smoothie? You just want to drink the piss. I mean, go ahead. I mean, not one, but you're just doing it for a good job. Go ahead, bro. Finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we must understand the main component in urine is urea. You can't get urea other than urine unless you go and get a prescription. So what you're urinating out is prescription strength. You can't just go get urea from Rite Aid. You got to go to your doctor. Your doctor's going to write. So for the stuff that my lady's giving me for free at 3 a.m., you're going to have to go to your doctor and pay $39.99 for it. The reality is, whether you know what you're doing or not, you're still paying for it. So it's better to be in the know, go natural, maybe get it cheaper, whatever, versus letting these people manipulate the system and sell you your own urine back. $39.99. This is really going to help. Okay, because Big Mama could have just peed on it and you've been Gucci.
There you go.
Yeah. Because so these guys has got subscriptions, right? They have subscriptions where they go to the clinic and they get their urine from them.
Synthesized urine.
Synthesized urine.
Right, urea.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in maybe 20 of the biggest products out there.
Yeah, let's move on. You want to finish talking about? I mean, I think I got your point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
I got your point. Yes, he does.
Oh,
He stepped it up.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Stranger says, Rasul, have you played Zenith on VR?
Oh, yes, I have. I played a very good game.
Nice. Brooklyn Bless says, this brother got to be a regular on the show. # heavy.
We talk. That brother gonna be back here. Word, go ahead.
Vitamin Vision says, a 410-pound cube created out of pure 24-karat gold by German artist Nicholas Castello was displayed at the Nannberg Bandshell Amphitheater in Central Park today. Interesting. Look it up, AD, if you can. All right. Stranger says, God cannot reveal himself no more than an architect can reveal himself as a wall or a staircase. That's by C.S. Lewis.
Wow.
That was a good.
That was a good analogy.
Yeah.
Say that again. I was
God cannot God cannot reveal himself no more than an architect can reveal himself as a wall or a staircase.
That's all.
Yeah, that's
Defied Rep says, them Marvel movies and Transformers always looking for a cube, but we did that one already. Cash Jackson says, peace, Crumb. Peace, Crumb. Good to see you on here. Next time, can you bring M-O-I? Or is this M-O? M-O-L? Do you know anything about that?
M-O-L?
I don't know if that's an exclamation point.
Yeah, that's somebody I feature on my channel. He's a good brother. Yeah.
Nice. All right, moving on. Next one. Donkey says, all spark. Nyasha Champ says, yes, I have heard of the worship of the Black Cube in the Catholic Church. Fire, knowledge, rockets. Stranger says, all angles are compromised of triangles. Sacred geometry is for building, not speculating. Kabbalah Praxis says, the conclusion of the whole matter. He is teaching about me. I am the original Kaaba stone. That is Kabbalah Praxis.
Kabbalah.
That makes sense.
It's a regular one.
Yeah. New Antique Gaming says, Jay-Z's 22s, Jesus was the cornerstone equals the cube. Why you say the New Antiques? Because Crumb is the truth. Great work, brother. Peace, KP, and Crafters.
nice.
Like that
All right.
crafters.
Stranger says the mind is axiomatic. Kabbalah Praxis says the University of Miami mascot is a ibis bird called Sebastian. The ibis bird is a symbol of wisdom that goes back to ancient Kemet. The god Tahuti is depicted as a man with the head of an ibis bird. All right, interesting. Let me see if we missed any in the past 10 minutes here. Yes,
You ever seen an ibis bird?
Oh, an ibis bird. Okay, I haven't.
I've seen.
You seen
on
ibis?
YouTube.
Yeah.
I never. When you talking about like at the zoo? No, I never seen one.
So it's a wild bird.
Sir Edwards came back and said, no spam, sir, only respect, spreading the gifts I have received, always willing to learn. Thank you, Sir Edwards Trichome. I like your name, too. And shout out to Mo Life for the $10, and shout out to Richard G for the 99 cents. All right. That's it for Super Chats.
Nice.
Please proceed.
Yeah, man, this is yeah. Like I said, everything's in synchronicity, man. We had to read those for a minute, but you are on point, bro. The cube is definitely that's definitely deep. And thinking about that, and I think we all need to do a little bit soul searching and researching, and going back and then looking at things the way they actually are, not the way they appear to be. Because, they've been teaching us so much crazy stuff from the beginning, And then, like you said, the occult mean the secret, right? Mm-hmm. And, yeah, and that people were so afraid of that name, the occultists. The occult, they were scared of witches. That's what I say. What's your take on that, brother? Because I want to hear from your mind, your great mind. Because you're in the zone, you got the ball. I talked about the fifth quarter, but it's like you taking a stand to the fifth quarter. You know what I mean?
Can you hear? Yeah. I think your mic is muted, brother.
So, please
there you
forgive
go.
me.
There you go.
My take on the taboo energy around
Occultic. The occult. I can't wait. Okay.
I think, one of the biggest energizers of that was the Salem witch hunts.
Oh man, we was just talking about that. Yep, we was
Crazy.
just building about that.
I told you synchronicity is crazy.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. We was just building about that. Priest was building with me about that like 2 days ago.
I went to Salem.
He been
really?
to Salem. He
Yeah,
actually been there.
Yeah, I did a show out there. It was crazy, and it's crazy that lady is in a chat room. I saw a lady in the chat room. Shout out to lady. She came through there, and a couple of more. Who was that? There's Auto, Melissa. They brought a lot of crystals out there. It was crazy. Yeah, I got to go see it. Go ahead. Continue, brother. I was just actually there. It was crazy. It's definitely an energy there. I would love to go there on Halloween.
Oh man.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't know. You know.
Go ahead. It gave me the same vibe. Well, see, I'm not scared though. I embrace that type of energy. Like, you know, it's the same feeling as New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Walking through, you know what I mean? So it's that same type of vibe. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, it's your floor.
You know, I think one of the biggest hashtags of 2021, or maybe it was 2020, was Black Girl Magic. And because we associate magic with femininity. Right. When you look at alchemy is the science of changing one thing from one state to another, most popular being led to gold, or lower self to higher self, changing from one state to another. What type of state, Crumb? A state of mind, a state of lead, a state of gold, whatever the case may be. Now, if you look at alchemy in terms of culinary arts, Big Mama take a raw piece of chicken, change it into a chicken casserole. Well, that's alchemy. Go and look at the alchemist's tool set. It was a big cauldron. Well, Grandma had her cast iron skillet.
You just said that.
Yep. We just,
The COVID, yeah, I'm telling you, we in sync. Go ahead.
These scripts, because remember, pharmacon, the original word for pharmacy is witchcraft. These scripts,
right, yep,
nothing but recipes.
Yeah,
but they tried to demonize it. Versus you saying root of turmeric. Let me think of another one. Let me think of a burdock or something like that. They're gonna try to eye of frog.
Yeah. Which is witch hair. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
yeah, exactly.
But
they call one Satan kiss, or the devil's. They call one plant like the devil's eye. I know I was with the natives out there, the First Nation out there, and they said, well, they call it. They was telling me about one of these plants they called the devil's kiss, and it was like, we didn't call it that. They demonized one of our medicines.
right.
So you right on point. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Alaska.
So a lot of these things, because it has been demonized, there's a certain spookism on it. I remember in church, they said, what did they say was evil? Astrology.
Right.
Oh, you a Scorpio? You going to hell for even propagating that. Wow. Even though the Bible says, something to the effect, I got to look up the scripture, look to the stars for understanding or something of that nature. But, a lot of these sciences have been demonized. I remember back in the day, if you were to learn too much, that was all geniuses were considered evil at one point in time. All geniuses. If you're too small, he's an evil genius. Why can't I just be a genius?
Inventors.
Why it got to be evil? So now when you go to these different levels of thought, when they get too high, remember, being a certain level of smart, they'll call you a god or a devil. No, he's not a god or a devil or good or bad. He's just smart. He knows something that you may not know. Doesn't make him better than you, just that he's got a little more experience in this particular area. A lot of people, this is just talk, I don't want to offend anybody. A lot of people put claims out there that Jesus himself was a magician and dealing with magic. Upon his birth, 3 magicians called magi came to visit him. I'm not saying they were magicians. I'm saying they were magi or wise men, and we are afraid of things we don't know.
And you too shall be healed. That's hard. Yeah, that's hard. Yo,
no doubt,
man. I wonder what Zach, when you be building, when you be building, I'll be going through so many. I try to write down certain things because we getting on such a high degree of learning now, of elevating our consciousness now, and you bringing this new cube. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about, because I can't even wait to next time, because I don't even know what Ngozi was going to go, because Ngozi, I have a song called Esoteric Knowledge. Shout out to yeah, no doubt. Right on what we talking about. Marka Buddha. Shout out to Marka Buddha. That's him on the hook. That's how it came. You know what I'm saying? It was a good, we're going to build more on that on the NFT level. We was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And Ngozi called me up, and he liked the song, and he wanted to do, he's going to do a presentation, maybe Monday, I think. Nice. I spoke to him. And he wants to talk on his esoteric mind, or his esoteric style, take on things. Now, I don't think a lot of cats even heard him talk like this. I heard him talk, build on this level. And cats are gonna be shocked, but and he brings it scientific. So I like the way things are going. You know what I'm saying? I just like this whole new type of body that's being created. You know what I'm saying? Let us make man. Go ahead, bro.
We got another super chat right here. 1 second. Let's see. Obadiah says, "What's good, brothers? Always good to see brothers in good health." Got another one that just came in. Hold up. Let me refresh. Okay. Reggie says, "Do you know anything of reincarnation or have a perspective?"
Here we go. I love it. Come on, let's go. That's on you, master student.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go into horticulture, because a lot of people want to make it spooky. Let's deal with the science. Anybody ever heard of a perennial? I want to ask the listening audience. This is dealing with plants. That's the hint. What is a perennial? Crumb, are you trying to connect plants with reincarnation? Yes. Listening audience, what is a perennial? So just for time's sake, a perennial is a plant that dies. And after it dies in the winter, hey, the plant is dead. It comes back to life. It is reborn again every single summer. When we're dealing with reincarnation, I know, family, reincarnation ain't real. Well, tell me about the plants. Don't they die every year? Well, in certain seasons, certain areas, they die and come back to life. Ain't that a reincarnation? I don't know. Because I'm talking about the same plant. Oh, you mean new flower? No. Go to your grandma rose bush. It died in the winter. That thing dead. No leaves, no flowers, no nothing. No, it's not, root system is inactive. Let the summer come back, or the spring come back. It's reborn again. This is reincarnation according to science. And I want to connect that, I want to connect that with us as people. When you look at us as humans, we are the advanced form of plants. So plant blood is called plasma. The molecular shape of plasma is identical to the molecular shape of hemoglobin, which is the molecular shape of your blood cells. Like a plant goes through a process called photosynthesis, where it absorbs sunlight, turns it into energy. Well, when sunlight touches your ass, the cholesterol in your skin has a chemical reaction, and your body produces vitamin D to give you strong bones. This is the human form of photosynthesis. So in so many ways, you are in tune with a plant. And I say this because plants go through a process.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm just going to turn this all the way off. I'm going to put some respect on the platform and turn these all distractions off. My focus is on what you got going right now. The Podcraft. Put some respect on the family. Turn all phones on silent. So with that said, going into the plants are going to be a scientific connection to say reincarnation, at least at the very simplest level, is real. Now, do I believe it in terms of humans? Well, at this level, in terms of mammals, absolutely. If we look at our DNA, the DNA that you have is not your DNA. That's your mama's DNA. Come back to life within a new body. The same DNA, new meat suit, new pre-Merkaba space alien suit. This meat alien suit is just to help you go through this this dimension. So now that DNA sequence stays, but you get a new body. That's why, the ancestors are back. Every time a child is born, the ancestors are back. When we're dealing with Halloween, we talked about Halloween in terms of Salem. Well, actually, that was it. That was it. I wanted to answer that question with that. I do believe in reincarnation. Look at the plants.
Man, that's crazy. Any more?
Let's see. Checking now. Shout out to Ceaseless. What is that? Oh, it's a little furry thing. All right, shout out to Ceaseless. And that's it. That's all for Super Chats.
Yo, man, that was heavy, man. That was heavy. All right, we're gonna man, no doubt we're gonna do this Podcraft episode a little bit quick today. You know what I'm saying? This was a great build and everything, I know, but we're gonna do this one kind of a little fast. And anything else you want to say, brother? This has been a great build. You know, you can stick around with us too, because you know we do a music thing where we judge the music and stuff, and I know it's kind of late where you at, and it's been really, really deep. But before you go, you got your caramel tea? Caramel?
Tell him you got to turn his mic up.
Oh, you gonna just do water? Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, AD, what you drinking?
Same old, same old.
All right, we're gonna let you do the toast. We got more?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do the tea ceremony for everybody that's out there. If you're home or you're at your job, you're working late, and you're in front of your monitor, your flat screen. They got the new flat screens right now.
You know my screen's flat.
Yeah, exactly.
I see you want to just throw that in there, huh, AD?
Your flat
It's a
screen.
nice screen.
And you're in front of your flat screen or your round screen. You know what I'm saying? Your flat surface screen.
Yeah, you know, the spherical screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna lift our cup of tea. This tea we drinking today. What you think about it? It's called
man,
Beauty.
This is awesome, man. I mean, I'm glad you're changing it up with the teas, man. Because usually we drink matcha.
Yeah.
Well,
You have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, when you do, put up an aroma or something, just different type of. All right, and you can say the mantra. It'd be a repeated thing if it was the mantra, right? Well, you could just say whatever you want, bro, however you feel for the Podcraft and everybody in the Podcraft cockpit. That's what we call it.
Information begins to gathering, starting the pattern of the Stargate to Saturn. Between the eyes socket is where I built my skyrocket. You don't need any passport. All you need is a thought. Suddenly the soul becomes hot as coal. The flame blows from out my brain holes like a volcano. Heavy mental.
Oh man, that was hot.
You just killed it, man. I think you get the biggest one, man, right there, man.
Yeah,
Yo, he knows his Killer Priest lyrics.
Yeah, man.
Heavy
Hey,
mental.
fourth disciple often comes into the Podcraft too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to fourth disciple. You know, the one who did Bible. You know fourth disciple. I was talking to you. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta turn your mic up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
He comes on. Shout out to Kind Hearts also. Yo, listen, thank you for that, brother. Man, yo, I couldn't say it better myself.
Technically, you did say it better yourself, but
Yeah, I
Well, you
play,
know.
I want to play this brother a little bit of Merkaba, man. Just an intro. Can we do it? Yo, you're gonna get an exclusive. I gotta play him, huh?
yeah.
Well, everybody's about to get an exclusive. Are you?
Yeah, I gotta play that, man. Come on, we're gonna shoot the video for that. Yeah, yo, I guess if I play, because I'm feeling good tonight, if I play at least, I'll just do a little bit of it because it's gonna be a surprise. I don't want to keep jumping. I got enough songs out there right now. You know what I'm saying? We got esoteric knowledge though. I'll play that one. Word. All right, this for you, bro, because you broke down the yeah, go hit him with Merkaba, man. It's a little bit for you.
Just a little bit.
We're gonna do you got the brand new exclusive. We've been working, and I only do this because you drop. I was saving this for Ngozi, but you know, you just went there. I got something else for Ngozi.
Damn, you want to play this track?
Right.
Okay.
Not the whole thing.
I know.
I just want to give him the intro. I mean, give him a little bit.
You just tell me when to cut it off, and I'll cut it off.
All right. This is for you because you took me here tonight. Word.
Yeah. Okay, let me. I gotta share a screen with him so he can hear. On this end. So hold up.
Shout out to the craft room, yo.
Okay, hold on.
Super Danny Salinas.
Share sound. Okay, now he can hear what we doing. All right, here we go. So this is Merkaba.
Yes.
Exclusive. Hold up, I gotta get the sound effect going.
Since he quoted
Exclusive hot new mix.
Oh shit.
Merkava. All the directions are even on the tetrahedron. Northern, southern, western, eastern. The Ormus woman connects the regions. Built a mortgage at the summit, the esoteric meaning. From the waters anamorphic, a portrait with semen. Born Dagon, all day long. I open the Torah to arrest the demons. Catch the phoenix, I accept I'm dreaming. Every breath I'm breathing. I turn electric once I let the chi in. While they say they pledge allegiance to the head of England, instead I'll be walking with the 7 witnesses on the premises of the indigenous pyramids. Their position is by the greatest architects that carved the steps with precisionist under the star Sirius. A time mark primitive, fine art and linguistic glyphs. Each rhyme is intricate penmanship to remembrance. The mind is unlimited. I'm the interpreter of the Merkava, murderer, black surfer, flat earther said our earth wasn't circular and that every ocean you can't find a curvature. Man is knowledge even though women are the first nurturers. We are the sun even though they gave birth to us and put the universe in touch. Does God exist? Put me inside the king's chamber and I'll pick apart the myth. Each of my bars are fit inside of the Ark of the Covenant, then lifted out of the sarcophagus. I and glory made a partner.
That's all I can get.
Damn.
Right there. Hey, you know what I mean?
That's you.
Hey, Crow, you had to take your glasses off for that one, huh?
Yeah,
You might have just melted his brain, yo.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm humbled, man. Yo,
Small
Yo,
job.
you got him speechless.
Hey, you brought it out tonight, brother. Those are things we sit on this craft room. Yo, if y'all heard that tonight, yo, we just doing like somebody throwing that in. Shout out to you, man. No, for real. Exactly. We talk, so we're gonna be doing some more work together and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Crumb, you always welcome back whenever you're ready. You the master student. MS. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with that, man, we're gonna let you deboard. You know what I mean?
Peace. And whatnot.
All right. Anything you want to say or catch you or, you know?
Well, I got to be 1,000,000% honest. I was raised on Killah Priest. I'm not family. They say never meet your heroes, but bro, I met my hero tonight.
That's peace.
I met my hero.
Man.
Bro, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Like, man, I don't even know what to do with my hands right now. But that's a line from Talladega Nights. I want to say, now that I've got that off my chest, I'm your humble brother Crumb. You can find me on CrumbTV.info. That's my website. You can go check me on my YouTube channel, CrumbTV. But that's not really what I want to say. What I really want to say is just thank you. You really just don't know how much this means to me. I'm holding back tears right now. I'm just so grateful. Thank you.
Oh man, brother. Peace.
Nice.
Peace, yo. Yo, man. Yo. It's been a beautiful, man. It's been a wonderful build, man. Yo, always on the craft is something special that always happens, man. And everything for you, man. And like I told you, you got a seat here, and we'll build on this later, brother. Oh, man.
They're asking in the chat room, what sign are you?
Oh,
Scorpio.
I heard
Wow,
him say it. I heard him
Scorpio.
say it. Word, that's crazy.
Very cool, very cool.
I mean, Cap.
All right, well, nice to meet you. And we look forward to having you on again soon.
Peace, brother.
Word, peace.
Peace, my brother.
That's like it's like Santana, Gina. She's the you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Scorpio of Men Cap. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different type of vibe. Yo.
That's where all that passion was coming from.
Yeah, indeed. Yo, Mark Buddha, man. Yo, what's up? I see you in the audience. We're gonna do this a little quick, man. Today,
I need more time on the. Yeah.
Yo, that was a crazy bill. I see the chat room is going up. Yeah. So, you know, just building on that, man. And Gozy gonna come. And I just feel like real blessed right now. We all should.
Right.
Because brothers are opening up on different paths and different levels of intelligence. And each time it grows and it grows. I got to, man, shout out to a good brother that I speak to, Hakeem, like I said before.
Mm-hmm.
Brother of mine is like way like super.
Yeah,
He be opening, like portals be opening up when the brother be building. You know what I'm saying? So that type of knowledge, and this goes all the way back to brothers. I'll make acknowledgments to like Daddy Rose and just building with the Jizza, RZA, stuff like that. These levels of intelligence, because my mind is racing right now because I'm racing around a room with cats that you just build with, and then you see sometimes it rains, just like when Kenyatta Black came on, because he was there to experience some of these things sometimes. Right. And this brother right here that just came on, and I had got that type of vibe, you know. And never get scared of elevation. Just like Tahuti went into levels. You know, Shaka, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you go into that zone, man, it's just like you just
it just starts to flow out like water.
Yeah.
You know, and man, I mean, that's dope. Ngozi's gonna come on here and go into his esoteric experiences and his knowledge on how what's his philosophies on things. That's not necessarily always have to deal with the scientific model and theory. You can step out of those zones and really go into his philosophical thought. And that's really, truly what it's about.
It's unknown.
Like the pseudo stuff is actually good information if you know how to weave through what's good and what's bad. So pseudo information is not always bad, man.
Well, Ngozi brought the word pseudo to the whole conscious community.
You was telling me that.
And it's coming from him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think that nobody really would deny that, because when you're dealing with biologists, like I call, like some people, some brothers, they zone into a zone where they go into, because there's a lot of math going through my mind right now.
Right.
When they catch on to biology, chemistry, what we were saying, like, you know, even studying of animals, just look at, like I asked you, you know, how many of y'all really looked at a ibis bird? See, we know about Anubis, but have anyone ever looked at a jackal?
That's true.
And checked out a jackal? Check what it does. We can look at a jackal, bro. Yeah. You see they walk around with their little packs and stuff like that. They're not that strong, but they got this little because a lion would eat a jackal if he ever get it. But the jackal's smart. He knows to be chilling. It's like a fox, almost like a fox is a slick
little.
Yeah, nigga know how to pick locks, man. He said, "Nigga," said "nigga" on the podcast. It got so deep. Nigga know how to pick locks. Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, how about this one? The Aardvark, which is the deity for Set or Soot in ancient Kemet. How many people have seen an Aardvark?
Anteater, right?
They eat ants and they eat various different insects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The long tongue.
Yeah, and it goes in. But I was doing some research the
tongue
other
goes
night.
in, and the tongue could curve around.
Yeah.
Sticky stuff on there. Go ahead. You
did. Yeah, I mean, it has its tongue, and the reason why they use the aardvark as Soot or Set is because the aardvark is a nocturnal like hunt. It doesn't go out during the day. It comes out at night to scavenge the desert for food. So yeah, it became related with Set.
Right.
Pretty interesting.
I still well, they got the owl up there.
Oh,
Night nocturnal creature. Nocturnal.
I think the owl represents
can't get no prettier, more majestic at night.
Right. I think the owl it represents Tahuti, I think. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong.
Well, the ibis bird.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes, the ibis bird. Thank you for correcting.
Yeah. You ever
The
seen that?
owl. I seen it. I never seen one in person, like at the zoo. I seen it on like YouTube and the National Geographic Channel, stuff like that. But I never seen one like at the seen one in person.
Pull up a red ibis. It's a red one too.
You got a red one?
Yeah, exotic stuff. They have rainbow snakes. They got all type of stuff.
Yeah,
exotic.
yeah.
Way nature is just beautiful.
Somebody said the owl is the Ba. I think you're right about that. The Ba. Okay.
Hey, check that out.
Check it out.
That's a pretty
bird.
Yeah,
yo.
it's almost like a
Beautiful looking bird. Look like a pink, like a flamingo. Look at that.
They vicious on some fish though. His little beak. He's like but it almost looked dainty, right? A little bit, AD. Like the way he was looking for fish, like that's mine. Like two little chopsticks, but they be like. But our mascot for this. There you go. I think that's a good picture of this. Red ibis. Where's it indigenous from? Where's the spot up there? Call up. Oh, okay. Come on. No, the indigenous. Was it in? Is that in Africa or tropics?
It says Coroni Swamp.
And that's
Eco Americas.
Inca.
Eco.
Somebody said very nice. Somebody said like a dinosaur.
yeah.
And nobody talk about the sloth.
Very nice.
That's another one. The sloth. Is
Yeah, the mascot, Shoe Bill. Let's bring up the Shoe Bill, man. I don't care what you get. What animal you get. This bird right here. It's the best.
Oh man, look at that.
I don't know why he not on the walls, yo. Yo.
They're more native to the southern part of Africa. Like they that's way down in the Congo.
Put him back. Put the first one back, AD. The first one, yeah.
That would have been crazy if the Cometians deified the ibis.
Shoebill.
I mean, the shoebill stork. Look at him.
I don't care what bird you pull up on the sound.
Yeah, good eyesight too. Look at the eyes on that.
Yeah. And the shoe bill is made out of
Yo, they can fly too. They can fly not that high, but at a pretty high length.
Yep.
Look at that wingspan. Look at that. Oh man. No. The one picture up there, eh? Oh yeah. Look at that wingspan, yo. Mm-hmm. Imagine walking through the jungle.
Wow.
Somebody said Harpy Eve. Yeah, Harpy's a jester. He killed it with the Harpy. We had this battle before, right? The Harpy, yeah. Go give him the Harpy. With the crown. Is that the crown dude from Filipinos? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the crown Harpy, he got the illest hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Shout out to the Harpy Eagles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you are. Look at them.
Y'all be eating the monkeys.
Yeah, they eat. Man, I feel like they could probably swoop down on a human.
AD said look like Karen, right? That's the way he said look like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Look at him.
Synchronization. Yeah, shut up.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's the beak on that thing, yo.
Mm.
And then don't think that thing will split you open like a zipper.
Yeah. If the shoebill had thicker legs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kabbalah said he saw a Florida ibis yesterday. You said if the shoebill had
like his legs were thicker because it's kind of real thin. Imagine, man, or the
you gotta
claw.
work. Yeah. Yeah, the shoe bill with the face with the feet of a lion. That's how they be saying in scriptures and stuff. The feet of a lion, the feet of a bear. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kabbalah. He said he just saw ibis the other day.
Oh, wow.
In Florida. I got to get back into my animal stuff because we had this battle. There's a couple animals. I'm not going to front. You ever heard of a martin? I said this before. Martin. Pine martin.
A pine martin. I've
little
heard
cute.
of it.
This little, I think it could back down honey badger. Now, nobody can mess with the honey badger except this. All right, I'll say it's a fisher cat. I don't know what it is. Bear cat. I don't know if it's man bear cat, cat man bear or whatever. But a fisher cat is wild. Is a wild critter. We'll do that next time. We ready for this? Almost ready for the music. All right, y'all. Let's get into the music. We're gonna land the plane early today, but we're gonna go through some music real quick. Let's do it.
We got 6 submissions.
Shout out to whoever said Painted Wild Dogs, my favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite click. That's my
Painted
favorite.
Wild Dogs?
Yeah, I used to like the lions, the pack of lion, but the Painted Wild Dogs are a little bit more fly because they got, their whole thing is team, straight teamwork. Like one of them could be, they're so in tune with each other. It's like they almost like a cat, but cats don't hang with each other.
Right. They
Cats are solitary, right?
Yeah,
Cats don't never see a pride of cats unless it's lions.
Lions, or yeah.
Most of them they'll be on their own. But Painted Dog from Africa, check them dudes out, man. They just be like, they be in sync. Everything they do is in sync. So shout out to that. All right, let's go.
All right, so first we're gonna do these little last minute super chats right here. Shout out to Richard G. Shout out to G Nick. Shout out to Mad B. He says for the machine. Damn it, Kyle says shoe bill synchronization.
Hey,
And then there's Kyle Bauer.
Shoe Bill Nation. Once
Yeah.
again, shout out to Master Student Crumb TV, yo.
Yeah, so we're moving on to the segment we call song promotions, where we play tracks that were submitted to the show. Know what I'm saying? And the first track is, let's see, we got 6 of them to go through right here. The first one is by Mystic Mystery. The track is called Burn.
Shout out to Voltage. Everybody.
Let's go like this. Hold on. I'm still set up for the old guest here. And 1 sec.
1 sec, one flesh.
Boom.
Tiger eye, riders ride. I write what riders wanna ride. Tiger eye, riders ride. I write what riders wanna write. The fire that ignites, astral project, lucid dream. I break through the web of light. At night, Merkaba riding, off on flight. In the astral plane, I glide like a kite. I constantly keep myself activated and charged up. Anything around me like a kyanite. I can see the light in the black hole in space like an iolite. My eye in the sight, I got all of the might. I'm a supernova, I can explode trillions of stars like a celestial dynamite. You eat cowfish and chicken, I eat the sun. I got that type of appetite. I'm real high beyond universities. Manifest my spiritualness and keep myself grounded with my Nefertiti hematite. I am that Merkaba starship that's here to release all the spiritual warriors out of prisons of war like Malachi. I don't need no credit, Lord props. Like the stars, I see my people shine, and I'm energized. And all the love I receive, yeah, that'll keep my heart pumping for the rest of my life, which is eternal. I am immortal. I never die. We never die. We here.
Hey, that was Mystic Mystery with a track called Burn. Yo, he's got some potential though. The passion is there. I like the passion. He's feeling. It sounded like a freestyle.
Yeah, that's
he
what
must
that
be
sound. It
freestyling,
sound
but
like a freestyle to me.
yeah, he kind of sounded like he was swaying away from the
And
mic like this.
And the
You know what I
mic
mean?
needs to.
Either there was an earthquake in the studio,
I don't know.
or you swaying. But yeah, I would write it down, go back, do it straight on the mic, do some compression. There's potential there. There's potential there. I like the energy. I'll give him that. Go ahead, Priest.
Structure.
Structure.
You gotta get your structure together. That's all. When you're in the microphone, you know, try to have somebody there with you or something if you can't do it yourself, or have the engineer structure you, you know, kind of guide you of how to stay in front of the mic and spit your verse correctly. So that's what I'm gonna say to it. You know, everything else is passion. I'm gonna give you the passion. That's it.
Yeah, well, you know, just keep going. You got the passion, you got the ideas. Just, you know, you gotta put it together maybe a little better. But you got the idea though.
All right. Coming up next, we got a track submitted by DJ Aurora Borealis. This track is called...
Let me show you how to do it. So you know Aurora about to go in. Right.
This is called Melancholy.
Yo, microphone staff, the architect of metamorphosis, collecting corpses, while my nemesis, black Moses, universal forces, pieces what the causes, war resorts, keeping out the fortress. I see Lucifer forces, with a whole fleet of seahorses, the battle of horses, but the causes, they want my caucus, a lot of losses, caution, as the war words of fire, intensify, terrible, a lot of scotch, screaming, why now you must die. Plot, shine, amplify, hip style, slice from my Excalibur, gruesome. How we had to do something too long. I got the record, he looked into the book of like, see what he done. Though the word, use the wrong, running opposite direction, all the dust of javelins, seraphim humming. Yo, Nebuchadnezzar Babylon, Child Babel, nowhere at the peak of the ark. Awake the brave cell, the exhale, no cell, energize the body. Ain't nothing funny in the world, what's from many degress. I time out with the recess, I see stress, just the ninja, I can rhyme the play, that's the data, receive just causes universe, and wherever some bad from my health, my rest of the bad from a long day of hard work. Then I go request a desperate rap from me ever since before I was season, physical, mind is critical, time feeding biblical, best special, sound lyrical, metaphorical. I'm in a different category, different from me, you to see eye to eye, BKL, I do soft forgiveness of a man in the sky. Atmosphere everywhere, right here, don't know the long war with the prophet, line to Muhammad.
All right. He's getting there. I mean, compared to his other tracks, I can hear him a little bit more, but we still need to compress those tracks. Still need more compression, need more mixing. Just turn the drums up. Need to hear more drums. You need to get a little louder on the mic. I need to hear more emphasis. Need to hear you rap with more conviction. You know what I mean? But that's all gonna come. You know what I mean? So I can hear your stepping stones. Just keep going.
Yeah, I think you sound better on the darker tracks. You know, that's just me though. But just keep going, brother. You know, you make your own tracks. You know what I'm saying? You making your own sound, so you just gotta dodge and weave and find out what beat suits you and run with that. But that's just my personal opinion. I think you sound better on the darker tracks.
That was you gotta yeah. You was away from the mic again. You was away from the mic, and you know you gotta just take your time. Listen to the songs before you send that one. Aurora, that's all I got. Listen to that. I don't know. Maybe you know what is it? Your engineer got to be with you though, unless you recording your own self. Get a good engineer. Make sure he listens to it because there was a certain parts that I didn't even understand you.
All right. We got a submission from Hizaki. Remember Hizaki?
Nah.
You'll remember him. Watch.
Yeah.
He's got a track called Black Widow with Craig and them.
From Europe?
Nah, it's the
No.
one young brother. He's from the States. I forget where he's from.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
I think he's from Cali.
He's from Tucktown, California.
Yeah, he's from Cali, yeah.
Here we go.
Flesh from the outer realm on the ratchet about a hellboy bound by the chain of a gang from out of cell block tell perception of a shell shock melt raised rugged in the battle zone of frail cock L's and if the heart condition ain't as rigid as intimidation tactics and still by curriculum of classes divided by monetary amounts and monastery devouts on the outs of dark skies you and I see who the liveliest to find we arrive post night go geek slow leap like a IV awaken only to find the finer things gone on a broader path. Raw raps be the theme song trekking. Brothers learning a lethal lesson. Professing, people can't lead your sheep deception. Succeeded, question exception. Your half-ass mate in a strange quest to gain acceptance. Brave the West in its highest and noon. One shot to the throne, bring a hive to its doom. Surrender all your work, fortune, and your workhorses. Spare to please the heirs of my fortress. Pop be the regime, a steam force in a cork in them. Give it a rest, bring the fork in. Test these endorphins, rush in the staff member, posing hard. Head peeled back like a foreskin. A man Lex uncovers. Man troop till you have dead motherfuckers. Wrapped in none other than a sash and gown. Beauty queen asses out. It's too beauty lean past the crown. Yo, the man Lex uncovers. Man troop till you have dead motherfuckers. Wrapped in none other than a sash and gown. Beauty queen asses out. My two beauty lean. Yo, fashion style. Hat trick my fashion foul. Rabbit jaws, clenched jugglers, clamping down. Gift wraps around rappers, cardboard imports, or front ports. Telegram, bland, Trojan horse, collect loot. Confiscated boatloads, of course. C4 strap, blow your fort. Wait on deck, packing stash spots, starboard import. You know the casualties of war for sport. No religious pretext, just digits we stress to get right. VCs keep a quarter tank, eyes out for the J. Mandatory 30s when we see them lights. No L scale, the tails out. Bail them out, high as a roster weight. Hitting that piece, preamp strike on the day's woes. Fake foes, collect stripes, so the pay's low. You know the reps stand deeper than the check. A dollar sign trenched out, Columbine, Sherlock trying to detect threats to my solemn mind. I swerve straight though the slalom wine. Ascertain that all laws of rhyme derive solely through the silence of song inspired from a holy mind. To solely find my way through the darkness. Take heed, hawking today. We embark in the futuristic sub-vessel nestled in the core. Adventure through the ventricles of war. As the man Lex uncovers. Man true till you have dead motherfuckers wrapped in none other than a sash and gown. Beauty queen asses out. My suit shooty lean past the crown. Now the man Lex uncovers. Man true till you have dead motherfuckers wrapped in none other than a sash and gown. Beauty queen asses out. My two shooty lean past it. You.
All right, and they broadcasted that from a podcast called Craig Facts,
Hey.
which is a comedy podcast created and hosted by comedian Craig Smith and Brandon Toney.
Nice.
So I just want to give a shout out to that podcast that he was on there.
Shout out to 5152. Word.
Yeah, I mean, that was dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Nice.
Yo, that's how you, look, that's how he is. That was a hands down. He murdered that.
He killed
from
that.
the get go, all from the root to the Mark Buddha.
Okay, Mark Buddha.
Buddha.
See what you got.
Here we go. This next one, you already know. Mark Buddha. Track is called Conspiracy.
Mark Buddha.
Well, I like it. I like the vibe, a different vibe from some of the other stuff you had. I like the vocal that you sampled in there and whatnot. It's cool. I mean, beat producers got all kinds of different beats, so I give you about a 7 on that.
AD.
It was cool. It was a little minimal. It was chill. Yeah, it was a standard background beat. What's cool about that kind of beat is it creates a platform and atmosphere for an artist to almost do whatever they want, so they can kind of be all over the place. So those type of beats that are minimal in themselves and aren't too, dynamic and are kind of like a straight platform, that gives an artist, a freestyler, to do all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that's good for an artist to get creative with. We'll say that.
I'm starting to understand. Buddha, Marketer Buddha, he has different beats like for different type of styles. So all of them is not like going to fit a custom suit. It's just like different type of Nikes. You know what I mean? But you want Air Force all the time, but it's not always just Air Force. So
right.
That beat is like something I wouldn't rhyme to, or but you could rhyme to it.
You could rhyme to it.
You could rhyme to it. It's not whack. I mean, the beat's not whack. It's just strange.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't particularly pick that particular beat.
And he got a lot of beats like that.
He got a lot of beats. He got a lot of
He got a lot of beats like that, but like it's different. But then when it's on when it's the beats that we like.
Yeah.
So put it that way. Artists do things that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, you already know who's next. We've got none other than Voltage Controller, aka
Voltage Controller, Ghetto
Gandalf.
In the house.
This track is called Psychedelic Circles.
Ghetto Gandalf, the wizard.
Yeah.
Clack, clack, rock.
Tell me just what you wanna do.
This is Los Angeles.
Hey, fire.
Awesome.
Always.
I don't know, you know, I got to give him 1,000 NPCs for that. You always come through, you know, the intro, then the break comes in, and then you got the change in the beat. You know what I mean? It almost sounds movie soundtrack vibe. You know? Nice. This fire is,
I like that beat.
Hip hop. Yo, he just got the boom bap.
Kind of had a fat. What's the brothers from the Bronx? Beat Nuts kind of style from the beginning. Dum 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 dum. You know what I mean? Had that kind of vibe to it.
All right, last but not least, you already know.
Oh yeah.
Ka Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Let's clear our minds.
Clear your mind.
Mind.
And let your
I won't.
spirit be free.
This track is called Ayahuasca Eye Drops.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh shit.
And we got to should I make the announcement? So afterwards? Okay.
And has become a shaman, a traditional healer. He uses the leaves of many plants, but the most effective of all his potions is the root of the ayahuasca.
Yes, it's very important. It gives a vision. It helps you to see. And when you see, then you have the power to heal.
Yeah, James Earl Love Jones, the Lorenz Faye Poetry, Isaac Purple Haze Chef, Tate Ray Purple Breeze, running 33rd degree MC, Black Belt, Mercury, Intellect, hand-to-hand currency, Zodiac Fraternity, 8th House Venus, I can masturbate currency, Plastic Plate Magistrate, Magic Brain Surgery, Jigger Mo Snow, Asiatic World Burglary, had the fake courtesy, had the great searching for me, had the great emerald, Seminole General, hidden soul ephemeral, hydraulic, mind logic, I extend the whole pinnacle, lyrical, gold mineral, fictional, globe digital, underground, hollow world wisdom is irresistible, the clock's ticking, the digits is so critical, greatest of all time, our position is so pinnacle, Lord of all worlds, the key to all locks, Saturn ringmaster, kingdom of the clocks, Flavor Flav, Astrolabe, licking all the dots, so degrees, water bees, motion pixels that you watch, electrical, mind shock, the ethical, fly fox, no bulb, can hold my current, I'm measured in high watts, like cauliflower petals, powered vessels from a dot, where your flesh is a specialized vessel that gets docked by the doctor's space base of a sacred flower pot, suspended in the hex, in the center of the X comes a brand new being, every season like Sadat, this man's a human beacon that stands for true freedom, it's the God of you inside a higher Mayan skybox, reach for me, TMZ, DMT, scenery, spirit molecule, ayahuasca eye drops.
Those clouds, hold your dream, freedom thou. If we try, we could fly. If we knew what we know.
Yeah, forever birth me. My heaven's earthly and my earth is heavenly. Breath of certainty, electric currency, genetic paternity, ancient plan, anchorman. I'm Quran Burgundy, Franken-food murder plea, ancient root surgery, Reagan fruit nursery, awaken truth, turn the key. I'm a sound wave in the flesh, there's no surf for me, poetic Hercules, smacking the phony purposely. Applause for the cause, these clappers are golden courtesy. Applause for the laws, the mess of your own emergency. Taurus field, snacking, I'm packing a slow mercury. Travel your own circuitry, gradual soul surgery. Self-set, your elevator, take some time to celebrate. To tell your neighbors who's the best chef with a stellar flavor. Tell the way to go and grab a plate of surreal and hurry. I know you scared, painted yellow appear like curry. I study full course meals in the real I journey. The arc is the circle of Antarctica. Pangea penguins hanging with sea lions. It's lying with 7 sails. You see the solar lion sailed in the oval sky wheel. Is the holy eye rail in the firmament. It's permanent. That will seal the deal. Journey of a journalist. A circle in the world. I sit on an upper plane so high that I soar through the sky with no turbulence. Worship final off and sip a cup of fire water. Luke fly tucker, keeping heaven in my heels. Weapon is concealed, so I'm never slipping on banana clip pills. Won't stop until the 7 in the circle is revealed. Your mother on the back dome, protection of a shield. The womb is the skull, the brain as you can see is the child. Curled up like the S, there's 2 C's. The yin yang, 69 heavenly degrees. He and her, but wait, the H is the 8 together. They create unbelievable grand cheese. The genie get managed free. Physical amnesty, cylindrical canopy. Symmetrical split peanut, pineal gland. exactly who we need you to be. Listen, I got spells to cater. Moses heard the bunny Kush speaking. You can smell the bass, but celebrate my ways of intelligent. They'll behave with the devil is fell from nature. Delivered a neat step of an elegant rebel savior. Swimming in deep depths, flying to higher heights. Honor my dynamite, explosive punchlines that drop you like Iron Mike. I've grown so much I've forgotten what I am like. Living a higher life, crystals with tiger stripes. I know so much, my lips are the guiding light. My lips are the guiding light.
No, you can't reach those clouds. Hold your dream, freedom now. If we try, we could fly. If we knew what we know now.
We will be hallucinating, so presumably you will be seeing things that we can't see. But can you control that? It's the skill of the shaman to be able to control this flow of energy, of hallucination that would turn someone else crazy, probably, you know.
I feel like
He's the high priest. The ayahuasca is the sacrament.
Nice. That was Ka Zodiac, ayahuasca, eye drops.
Kai Zodiac. 1,000 mics. I mean, every time you come on the platform, the Podcraft, you come with just nothing but straight fire. But not just fire, you got to listen to what this brother's actually saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the epitome of, you know, what me and Priest do. You know what I mean? It's good to see brothers like this really, really taking lyrics seriously to send a message, man. I mean, he is awesome. He does all his own videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Big up to that brother, man. Hopefully we get to meet you one day.
Yep. We gotta get him on the show when he comes to LA.
No, yeah, we're gonna definitely get him on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that that second verse,
Yeah.
he went and
went totally
so and I caught everything. It was like crazy. He explained the yin and yang and the brain and that was
dope.
I wanted to take it back, yo. I wanted to take that back, yo. That was that fire.
You had an announcement.
And he got a lot of. Oh yeah, exactly. Yo, on the it's too long. It's the lyrics we gotta shoot them down to 8 on the joint, on the Royal Jelly. We got what's name? He went crazy
killed it.
on there.
Who's that?
Ka.
On an upcoming track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give it to Just give it to AD.
Yeah.
And then
8 bars.
Yeah, just 8 bars. You gotta save the other ones for there, but man,
That's
went crazy.
the Royal Priesthood?
Yeah, it's a
It's
song.
only 8 bars?
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of MCs on it.
How many MCs on it already?
6.
Like 6, 7.
Oh, if you only want 8 bars, I'll jump on there with the craft. You said
Okay.
only 8 bars?
Yeah.
All right, send me the beat.
All right.
I'll do it tomorrow.
All right, Sue. All right.
You are acting like Priest, man.
No, you make me
Nah, 'cause
laugh.
the other day,
No, you
dog,
said-
this guy, man, that's why I call him the holy psychiatrist. We was at the house the other day. He's like, Sewell, I'm not gonna say how you're hard to work with, but you're very particular, man. It's like, you gotta, and I'm kind of like that.
It's a Virgo thing.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta hear who's on the track first, because I was like, who's on that? I gotta
you
know.
were a little nervous.
Yeah, I was like, who's on that track?
Kai got him a little nervous.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta hear their verse first, so I don't just be saying a bunch of stuff.
The thing is, you won't be able to hear everyone else's verse until.
All right, well, just send me the beat.
K9. Yeah, listen. But we closing it. I mean, it's songs.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right?
I understand.
But we're gonna get this K9, yo. But when they hear
8
Ty
bars,
Phoenix though,
yeah.
Ty Phoenix.
8 bars only though, not 16, not 32. 8 bars only.
Yeah, AD's on it.
Okay, you on it too?
Yeah,
Yeah. I already wrote my verse.
You performed it, but I didn't get you hear your verse. I
Yeah,
heard.
you ain't gonna hear it yet
I
until
heard.
later.
I heard Ka Zodiac and K9.
Yeah.
Oh man, and
K9 is on
other
it too?
category. Yeah, K9's on it. Merc. They murked it. Like
So who's on there?
The beat is been choked.
Okay. Who
Put
did
to
the
sleep.
beat? Who did the beat?
Huh?
Who did the beat?
That's a secret for now.
All right.
Yeah. But you would like him.
Right.
Purpose.
Oh, Purpose did it. Yeah, that's my
95
man.
Bodega Cat.
That's my man. He's on. Purpose is on the song on the Zeitgeist Lost Children of Babylon called Drug Wars.
Okay.
In fact, the whole Tragic Allies is on there.
Okay.
All right. If you guys are interested,
Man, he did the beat. The beat is fire.
That's hot.
And we're gonna get more Royal Priesthood. Royal Priesthood. Now listen, we got like at least 4 songs. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna finish this up, knock this out, and we're gonna release it. Word. Just little teasers.
Right,
All right,
right.
go ahead, AD.
if you guys want to submit your tracks for the next episode, go to killerpriest.tv/song promo. Links in the description. All the details are there. Check it out.
All right. Yo, AD, man, thank y'all for coming to the podcast tonight. We're going to end it a little earlier. But this is the regular time. When we first started, we was ending it at this time. Don't cry, dry your eyes. See him thinking about things right there? When he crying? Yo, shout out to the whole galaxy, everybody.
Could end it off with.
Bro, you keep cutting me off.
Sorry about that.
We got to start listening to each other speak before you start talking. You know what I'm saying? That's just science. All right. So we're going to, yeah, exactly. Let's end it with Esoteric Knowledge since we went there. My favorite song right now.
We'll see y'all on. What, you guys doing the Friday thing?
Yes, you'll see us Friday. We'll be there full effect. We'll be in the building. We'll be flying the plane. And then I'll tell y'all who's going to be there. All right, it's going to be something very special. All right, say no more.
And then we'll see y'all here on Monday.
Who's that?
For this show.
I'll tell you.
Okay. You talking about Monday, right?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Friday too, right?
Monday is going to be Ngozi.
Oh, okay.
Ngozi.
And Friday.
I don't know. I can't tell it. Yeah.
All right. Peace.
We are free beings by default, and try to force anyone to fit in a certain mold is just a recipe for disaster, and it's only going to work when you can program the minds, and that's what you're seeing going on with the television.
Sacred geometry, basic astronomy, Ignatius Donnelly, in the Matrix Keanu Reeves, say their faces astrology. This be the truest rhyme I ever wrote. In front of shrines of the devil go, see through my mind like a telescope. 369 like Tesla wrote. See the planets align, the fourth kind and the nebula's close. From my rocket, going through pockets, through the darkness I coast. Try to raise my conscience, books on the prophets, Nostradamus and the cults. Do you believe in devils and angels, aliens, fairies, and ghosts? Things you see on Wi-Fi and Sapphire, rabbis, preachers, and popes.
Esoteric knowledge. Esoteric knowledge.
Byzantine treasure, Queen Esther, King Jester, Dream Catcher, Wing Scepters, light beings with Elohim feathers, medieval ring stretcher, Helena Blavatsky, demeanor of Gandhi, take the Christ off the cross, clean off the body, put him in the grave for 3 days, seen Anunnakis, Enoch the Metatron, crown him with a head of thorns, the clouds in heaven storm, the child that was dead and gone, is now in ancestor forms, in a white robe megalon, my rhymes like globes in a Dabaron, sharp right when I flow when the mic is on, just like a light show when I step upon.
Esoteric knowledge.